Hello and welcome to a new era of Touring Pro Series broadcasting. This is Virtual Touring Masters 8. Hello and welcome to this very exciting moment in Touring Pro Series history. We've moved on to a brand new platform, as you can see right there, the glorious RaceRoom racing experience. I'm Ryan Cullen, and tonight with me for our first ever broadcast is Toby Davis, former TPS champion. Toby, how excited are you to be here?
Oh, very much so. It's a completely different experience being the one that watches VTM round. To be honest, I've been there since pretty much the start. I think literally the first season. So it's going to be a bit weird. I of course did the DRM commentary as well for that one season. But yeah, very excited. New game, new platform, new cars to play around with. But we've seen some of them before, haven't we?
We have. We've got new game, new platform, but some of the old cars are still there. We've got the M3, the 635, which unfortunately nobody to choose, but the 240 is there also as well. So we're looking forward to seeing the new cars go up against the older cars, the new cars being the DTM 1992 machines. M3, which is the updated version of that. Mercedes, of course, was already in there, but again, an updated version. As you can see, that bigger wing there on the back. I think that's Rob Wieseman's car we're watching there. No, it's actually Mike Bell's car, number 17. We actually got the Opel Omega and an updated Ford Mustang, and last but not least, the all-conquering Audi V8 all-wheel drive. There are some big names in this championship, Toby. Who do you see as the favourites going forward?
There's obviously, you've got Rob Wiesemuller, who's, technically he's sort of the reigning champion kind of thing. He's the most recent TPS winner. He won VST when it was last out in R Factor, and he's actually topping the timesheets from Oscar Hardwick, and those two are going to be very much fighting for the win, I would imagine. And if you look at the list as well, we've got Klaus Neuring. John Monroe's in there as well. He could pull a surprise or two. I'd imagine he will be up near the front in this event. And of course, Matt Richards was very good in VST as well. So you can't really count him out either for maybe picking up 1 or 2 wins. But I have to say, Wiesenmuller's got to start the championship as the favourite.
Yeah, I've got to agree there. He's doggedly trying to get rid of his favourite tag all pre-season, trying to find somebody else to take it off him. But he's actually got it, and this is the first time, actually, I would say, in a championship that he's got the favourite tag. How do you think he's going to cope with that? Do you think he preferred to be the underdog, or he's going to cope well with being the favourite? That pressure.
Well, knowing Rob and knowing that he's got 2 championships under his belt, he's no longer going to suffer with sort of nerves about that. Whether or not he can pull it off, I don't know. It's a new game, and no one really will know until the racing actually starts, and we see what the pace is like moving into qualifying and into the races.
Yeah, we've already encountered here our first foible with the game. Not advancing to practice quite as fast as we want it to here. Advancing to qualifying, should I say? Let's just check out what's happening. If you just take over a second, Rob, for me, and I'll Toby for me, and I'll have a look.
No worries. You can tell when Ryan's busy when he starts calling me Rob. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get these things rectified. As we say, it is the first time we've used this game for a broadcast and for an official TPS round. Of course, it has been tested extensively in the off season, I'm going to call it. It was a bit of an extended break that we had at TPS for a variety of reasons. Number one being really that we were still using R Factor, and there wasn't really a game that was fully ready to race with. Thankfully, we've got RaceRoom now, and moving forwards, it does look like an excellent platform. You'll notice, obviously, this being VTM, we do use historic skins. Some of those are repeated. In TC1 on Saturday, you will find as well that.
Well, the issue we've got here, guys, and the sound looks really strange, is we've got a private qualifying session, which means we can't see what's going on.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, maybe we'll change that regulation for the future.
Anyway, I'll just come out of here for you guys, and we'll just you talk us through the calendars that are going forward here, Toby.
I'll carry on my line of. I can't remember really what my line of thought was, but yeah, I mean, it does look like that moving forward we're going to be able to use this game and make a lot of it. The fact that we don't have custom skins is going to be an issue at some point that needs to be addressed, but I'm sure it will be. But for VTM, it's we've always used historical skins, so it's not an issue. If you look at the calendar, obviously we're starting off at Laguna Seca, which is a pretty well-known track on VTM. It's been used 3 times, I think, maybe 4.
Well, using ATCC plenty of times as well.
And of course, using ATCC, but I'm talking purely VTM. And of course, Sachsenring in the calendar, going to Austria could be fun. Norrisring, of course, has always brought about some battles. I once took Chris Butcher out there, and I'm pretty sure I took my brother out as well in a different race.
No, that was your brother taking you out.
Was it?
Yeah, you're leading the race and helping your brother.
I still blame him for the championship loss. Zandvoort we've not been to for VTM. Actually, I don't believe
any round ever.
Yes, I was going to say. So brand new track, Brands Hatch, of course. Which version of Brands Hatch are we using? You'll have to refresh my memory. Just the Indy track. So carnage will ensue, I'm sure. Suzuka we've used before, of course. An excellent long sweeping track, used for the finale of the first World Supertech Series, actually, as it goes, which produced an excellent race between Talborg and crikey, who was the other guy he was fighting with?
What are you talking about now?
No, not Keithley. WSS, the final round of the first season.
It was Keithley. Oh, Dave Allard
and Talborg. Oh my god. You can tell I've not been doing this for a while. Okay, let me get back in the swing of things. And then we're going to that track that shall not be named for the final round.
Well, what's wrong with that track?
Oh, I don't know. Lots of things. Mainly that I can't drive it ever. Are we back in the game or?
Oh yes.
Yes, happy days. Yes. We got it working.
Sorry about that. Bit of a small bug there. When we're in practice session and we go through into spectate mode, into private qualifying, we can't see anyone unless we go back out and back in again. So we got La Pasa. Actually, La Pasa and Naira using the same cars, and look, they're only 100ths apart. So clearly,
Actually, look at
those
this.
cars
Look at this.
got
Munro's gone top.
Yep.
Lepasta's in third, and we didn't really mention him in the practice session we were talking about.
Yeah, no.
A 26.1 for Wiesenmüller. That's pretty good. He was saying 26.5s was sort of a decent lap. So he's done a very good time there to be in second place.
The track is quicker in qualifying, so you'll see people go around about half a second to 6/10 faster than they
Look
can
at this
actually
from
do.
Ayala as well. He's going to move up with this lap. He's had a purple first sector as it goes.
Yeah,
And he's going to
not
cross
surprising
the line.
that beast of a machine.
Final sector was poor, and
Eighth.
position moves him up to. Who else have we got here? We've got Nyring is on a lap, and he's purple in the first two sectors, crosses the line, does not take the pole position, doesn't improve either.
He did.
Slower.
He just went above Lapasa there.
Oh, was he?
He was just behind him. He was 0.320 back, and he was 0.158 back. And Munro has improved very, very slightly, by about 700ths of a second, I think, on that last lap. But he's going purple again. No, he's not going purple again.
No, I don't think he is.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
No, he's not. We won't trust that particular standing there.
He's not 15 seconds up in the second
fifth.
sector.
Harvick goes fifth. And I saw Hardwick in qualifying and practice earlier, and this car does struggle around this track. I mean, it's quick, but it's just so unwieldy and understeery and just dead behind the eyes, you would call it if it was a human being, I would say, this car. But very fast in straight line. So he's really struggling around the corners because it's very much a handling track here at Laguna Seca, as you well know, Toby.
It is. You've got to have a car that's stable and drivable. Actually, you've got to be able to turn the car in and push it through the corners. It's where you make most of the time on this track. It's not got long straights. It's not got major acceleration zones either, only out of the final corner. So power really isn't that important. It's all about getting a good setup and getting the car really to turn into these some of these off-camber corners.
Wiesenmüller's gone closer to Munro, but still not quite there. So he is still at half a tenth off. And we'll see what he does in this first sector here. He's going around turn 2 there now, down towards turn 3. One of my most hated corners in sim racing, I have to say, along with turn 4, the one that follows it.
Yes.
Not a fan of this track.
No, neither am I actually, to be honest. It's
I don't know why I keep putting it in the
most
quite frankly.
the most frustrating corner in the world is this left-hander here, because you turn in and nothing really happens for ages. And to be honest,
yeah, and you always feel like you can go fast around it.
Yeah,
and then when you do go fast around it, you end up in the boondocks over there.
Yes, because it sort of opens and then tightens on the exit, so it is very difficult to navigate. We're not really knowing. Yeah, that doesn't help.
I thought I'd try that. It didn't work. So Wiesenmüller now down the corkscrew. It's much more difficult in this game than I found it in other games. Actually,
it's because I think the elevation's a bit stronger in this game. I wonder if people have sort of guessed the elevation in other games, and in actual fact it is savage. Nyring's fraction off Munro, but still no one toppling this guy.
And Nyring, actually, this is a surprise from Nyring. People weren't rating Nyring before the season. They didn't think he had very much pace, but obviously he's been a bit quietly, softly, catchy monkey, and he's been practicing all by himself. And Wiesenmüller there thought he was on the fast lap and kept right to the inside, going up towards the
600 slower than Munro, and he's in third place. It's going to be tight at the top.
Well, that's not even his fastest lap. He did a 26. That's a 1:10. And Munro's 26.066. No one in 25s yet. Harvick's not improving yet. Now Orban was tipped to go well, as was Nielsen. Nielsen not doing well at all currently. Matt Richards has just gone purple in the first sector. We'll ignore that second sector. That's clearly what his second sector is, but the split itself is wrong as he makes his way down the corkscrew. Richards only got this game yesterday, but he's a sim racing enthusiast, very experienced, raced in these cars, in the DRM cars, raced in BST, raced in all kinds of things, Matt, and become quite talented as well. Very close to his first wins.
He's impressed a lot of people actually with his development. See what he can do.
3 seasons ago, he almost got a win, that elusive win in his TPS career, but didn't quite do it. This is not going to be pole. This is going to be 9th, so I think it wasn't improvement, so quite similar to his previous time. Now here's Reese, he's racing from Australia, and Klaus Nyring, that's right, Klaus Nyring has gone purple in the first sector. It says, the second sector again, we cannot trust at all. That fact, he's not even made it to the second sector to split just yet, it's just around here, I think, as the M3 goes zooming past our camera. Love the sounds on this game, Toby.
Yeah, it was fantastic. They are, quite frankly, a step above what we've used before with R Factor and Race, and the sounds are really what makes this game so immersive. Actually, the models and stuff, they're not going to get much better, but the sounds have really improved.
Yes, fantastic. And everyone comments on that. So the first time you do it, you turn your headphones up, full blast, and you rev the engine right to the limiter.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you do. And pretty much I think 90% of the people will do. And now we're not using all of the track there. You can run right out over that green strip if you want to. As Miller's dropped down to 11th. Hardwick goes to 4th. And Nyring does not improve once again.
Nope.
He's not getting there. That final section, I think, is where he's losing out. And I think it is that final section. Cardozo's had a bump during his qualifying. It hasn't been repaired by his crew yet. He's in 14th currently, but he is on green sectors
it's
currently.
a half-decent lap, yeah.
Oh, no. He's gone far too wide at that final corner, and that is the end of qualifying.
These are the results then. So Munro does take pole. We didn't see him once. Mainly because for the first half of the session we were a bit confused. Sorry about that, John. But Nyring joins him on the front row. And obviously Wiesenmuller in 3rd place. So yeah, I mean it's oh, hello.
Well, we're straight into the race now. So
yes.
We're straight into the race. That's one of the unique features of RaceRoom, is that you don't get any time at all to calm down. You're straight into it. So this will really test people when it comes to how composed they can be. The shot for time away from the grid they go for the first race of the night. And it is Monroe's leading. And Nyring in 2nd spot. They're all swapping around as we go down towards his first corner. Rooting with a great start, of course, in that Audi V8. And now he's getting caught here, and Hardwick
contact!
So Monroe leads, and there's contact once again. Oh, and around's gone Hardwick. Oh, and it's caused a big pile up in the background. Hardwick now not quite sure what he was doing, and here is Mike Bell involved in it all. Everyone's scrambling their way around. I think only a couple of people actually span there, but what Hardwick was doing, I'm not quite sure. It's far too aggressive in an open lap, it looked like to me. But of course, we can't see a replay of it, and we'll just have to surmise what we saw on those opening couple of seconds.
I'll tell you what, Röting got a great getaway, as you say, in that Audi. He was passing people like Firmino's going to do so for Liverpool this season, and he's made it up into 2nd place. Cracking start. Nyring in 3rd place. Is that a bet you've made without a ball? No. Wiesenmuller's in 4th place. How did you guess? Oh, who's round? Who's round?
Gerzak's round. So Gerzak not had a happy first lap here. He's back down to 21st. And he comes back past him, comes Straub as well. So not good for Gerzak.
No, not at all. In fact, he's a fair distance back. It's only Bruno Sousa Ferreira who's behind him. He must have been involved in that first lap incident as well. But back to the front, Munro has made a huge gap. Yeah. 2-second gap, and we've got thankfully, we've got nice... come back, John. The 2-second gap to the opposition, which is led by Röting. Wiesenmuller in 3rd place, Nyring in 4th, Lapassa in 5th place, and we've got Reece Gardner up in 6th as well in the Audi. So that clearly is the car to start a lap with.
Absolutely, and there is Gardner now going into that first turn. Racing from Australia, remember, so he is up in the middle of the night there. It's about 3:30 a.m, I believe. We're getting some lag here, aren't we? Not quite sure what's going on. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully it sorts itself out in the next couple of minutes. Looking back now at Richards in 7th place, just behind him. Orban is in 8th. So he was a big loser there on the opening lap. Looks like people like Nielsen's down to 17th, whereas Hardwick, he's down to 16th. So Nielsen
was in about 5th or 6th place, wasn't he? So obviously was involved with that incident with Hardwick.
Oh, and up front, just in front of these guys, there is 3 wide into turn 5. That's involving Daniel Beck. Is Dylan Canton there also as well. Hardwick has just gone through, past them all through the turn 7. They go up the hill towards the corkscrew now, and Hardwick has got past them finally. And there, who's that peaking? That looks like Nielsen peaking perhaps. Broadbent involved also.
Yep, Broadbent's there. All sideways. Oh, I love this track. Through the corkscrew. It is a good corner to watch, but to drive, not so much.
Who was that off the track?
I have no idea. Was that Canton?
Must be Canton.
Yeah, Canton's dropped down
the standing. So Canton not having a happy time at the moment.
There's a bit of a fight going on for 2nd place here. Wiesenmuller's caught up to Röting. He's right on his tail now. Look at the difference in the brakes into turn 1 there.
But how is he going to get it past Kevin Röting? Because that car is in a straight line, has 4-wheel drive, extremely heavy during the corners though. So you have to really think about this. To be a considered future, I think.
I agree. Nyring and Lapassa seem to be swapping places. Have we lost Lapassa?
the passer. I think he was lagging early, wasn't he, in the practice session? So no, he's still there. He's still there. So
popped back in front of Nyring.
Yeah, he's just lagging around at the moment. So let's not look at him, please.
Sorry. So let's look at this battle for Orban and Matt Richards. They're battling away.
Orban had to think about that, then did he? Had to think about it.
It's not a corner to overtake on, to be honest.
He wisely backed out of it.
Now looking back with Mike Bell further back in 17th place. He's on the back of Shell Stenbeck, who is right behind Daniel Beck. And that Volvo actually looks like it's got decent straight line speed, Ryan.
A nice pull up the.
Someone's off.
Oh, right on the inside. Who is that? We've just passed
Matej Orban.
No, it's Stenbeck. Matej Orban is off the track, so he was challenging Richard, remember? So maybe something happened there.
Yeah, Richard's still there in 7th place. Perfectly happy with how his race is going on so far. I would imagine 7th place is a good 2 places from the grid, so he's going to be competing with Reece Gardner over the next few laps. Fastest laps consistently from John Monroe up front. Wiesenmuller has made his way past Röting as it goes.
So that didn't take too long at all. We thought it might take a few more laps than it did, but it hasn't. And we've got just 25 minutes left in this race. Only 5 minutes gone in this race. Looks like all kinds of action has been happening.
There has. We just haven't been able to catch it all. Enderman back in 9th place. I think he's the front-running Mustang, and he is chasing down. I think that's Muller.
Yeah, it is.
Muller in front of him. Yes, it is Marco Muller.
Marco Muller, yeah.
With Matt Richards in front of them as well. So this is like a 5-car train. 5 or 6 cars battling away from 5th down.
Yeah, Röting's right there also as well, just ahead of him. So no rest for anybody here currently.
Nope, the field apart from Monroe's managed to get a 4 second gap, let's say, at the front. It's changing in front of me. I was going to say 4.4, then it dropped to 4.1, then 3.8.
Tony Davis is easily confused.
Numbers changing a lot. It's like watching The Matrix.
So we've got Mike Patton in 10th spot, also just behind Kevin Enderman here. And he's brand new to Touring Pro Series. He's raced a few times in our service, but Mike is a Canadian driver. I will please our co-founder, Mike Barrick.
Mike Barrick?
Mike Barrick, Keith Barrick. Oh, as bad as Louis Van Gaal, calling him Mike Small.
Yeah, Mike is new to us, and as you say, nice to see some support from North America. It's not a sensible time zone for them, is it really?
Well, it's 3:20 for them. If he's on the East Coast, West Coast, a huge time gap. But if he's free on Wednesday, I don't see the issue.
On a Wednesday at 3:20.
Yeah.
I wish I was free on a 3:20 on a Wednesday.
As Family Guy used to say, nothing so success is free on a Tuesday afternoon.
What?
But Monroe's still got that 4-second gap over Wiesenmuller out in front. And Röting's actually keeping up with Wiesenmuller here. I wonder if he just made a small mistake to let Wiesenmuller pass, because he definitely hasn't dropped away from him quickly, has he? Nyring right there as well. The passer is in 5th spot. And the passer, this is the first time the passer's been in any top divisions. Raced a couple of races in V8 2012, I think it was. That was in Division 2, because it came in halfway through the season. So it's nice to see him involved. And there is a battle there. Röting and Nyring are getting into it. Röting on the outside, out of the hairpin. And it looks like Röting will definitely have the legs down the straight. And yes, he does. He pulls across in front of the M3. So Nyring here has really got the magnets on, hasn't he? Really focused.
Yeah, definitely. He's right up with Röting, as you say. Wiesenmuller's not that far down the road. He's a couple of seconds now. These guys have been battling a little bit in that final sector, but podium position is staring him in the face. He's right there in front of him, and he can definitely make his way by as long as he doesn't decline an overtaking opportunity should it arise.
Oh, it's approaching. It's approaching. That the M3 is so much quicker than the V8 around this track. So much quicker. And look up the inside. He's trying to look there, trying to get a run. Not quite going to happen. I think there's a bit of a touch there as well. So Nyring stops back in behind. Now, of course, you have to be really careful behind this car, because he doesn't know quite how fast the other car will go up the corners. Now up the hill they go. The Audi has the grunt. The M3 has the exit speed, and he has to tuck back in behind once again. Oh, and Röting, he's gone too deep, and Nyring slipped through. So Nyring is up to 3rd spot. Can he do anything about Wiesenmuller, who's just as fast as Wiesenmuller during practice and qualifying. There is Wiesmuller just ahead of him, like being able to see the next target in front of him.
Yeah, oh, Nyring got massively sideways there. But it looked like to me he pulled back in for the overtake coming into the corkscrew, maybe gave the Audi a little nudge in the back. Not 100%, but that is kind of what it looked like to me, because Röting did go deep. Now Röting's all over the back of him again, coming into turn 1. Röting trying to go around the outside is not going to happen into turn 1. And Nyring looks like he's got the position sealed as long as he has a tidy first sector. So he's got to think about whether he can track down Wiesmuller. I think that's unlikely. He should really be able to settle for third place from this stage, as long as he can clear Röting.
Because I did miss that contact if there was a bit of contact, so hopefully there wasn't any contact and Röting isn't going to be angry after the race. The passer is still lagging all over the place. It was just ahead of Gardner. You see, it's in between Gardner, these two Audis, but we can't see him currently. Not quite sure what's happening with his connection. But Reece Gardner, all the way from Australia, no connection issues there, despite the fact he's tens of thousands of miles away. And Gardner's running very well as well. In 6th spot, he will be delighted with this currently.
I have to say, Gardner has impressed me of recent months. I've been watching him in other championships as well, and he has seemed to have made progress recently. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether he can maybe pick up a win or something in this season. And just as we say that, he's down in 9th place suddenly.
Oh, he's down to 10th. What's happened to him? What's happened to him? He is in 10th. It's confirmed by the driver info. So just as we cut away from him, we're not quite sure why we did that. He's now gone back down the field to 10th spot. So now while we're praising him, he disappeared. So let's not talk about this.
These two are very close once again, and this time Röting has got the inside line into turn 1, and he's going to take the position back from Nyring.
Wow.
So
I did not expect that at all. I thought Nyring would just check out.
Yeah, I have to say Röting looks like he had a very clean final sector, and caught back up with Nyring. So maybe Nyring made a mistake like he did previously through that right-hander who got a bit sideways.
He must have done, because they're now 6 seconds behind Wiesmuller after this battling. So, and Monroe is continuing to pull out that gap to Wiesmuller. Remember, those two guys are both in the same car. So Wiesmuller is not able to live with Monroe currently.
There's 4 drivers in the 26s at the moment. John Monroe, Robert Wiesmuller, so they're first and second. We've got
and
Nyring
overtook Röting around the outside at turn 6. That was incredible. Sorry to interrupt, Tom.
Right, I wasn't watching.
Move.
I wasn't watching. I was looking at some timings. Wow, you can't do that. I don't believe you. So, can Röting come back at Nyring now?
Now, I think this time Nyring's going to get his head down, because he clearly made a mistake, because Röting did 27.2 on the last lap, or that's as fast as that, one of the two things. And I'm not quite sure what that means. We'll see if we change it in the lap, shall we? you guys are learning it just as much as we are at the moment. So 27.2 was previously. No, it's his fastest lap. Okay, so that's his fastest lap, 27.2, and Nyring did 26.6 fastest lap. I'm pretty sure. So Nyring clearly made a mistake on his lap that allowed Röting to re-challenge him.
Yeah, it looks like Nyring's going to check out this time round. I'm just going to drop back through the field, see if we can find a closer battle.
Looks like Enderman and Müller are very close together. Oh, hello. Gerzak and who is this just in behind him? That's Nielsen down the inside. Going to make the move here. Broadbent right in the battle there as well. We are Broadbent is streaming it from his point of view also, by the way, guys, if you want to watch that. So he's Jimmy_B. B is in the animal on twitch.tv. So Jimmy B is streaming this battle right now, so you can follow it from his driver perspective. And he has Mike Bell right behind him. Bell's had a not a very good race so far. And Oyala is in 20th and looking menacing in that Mustang, I have to say.
Ayala and Bell were both involved in that first lap shenanigans that we didn't quite catch. That is actually has happened before at this track. Do you remember when Mike Bell lost the back end? In fact, yes. DTM before and caused a massive pile-up.
Yes.
So it has happened before, a pile-up involving Mike Bell.
What's going on? Broadbent attacking the camera and allowing Mike Bell to go through. So thank you very much, Mike says. And that is position for Mike.
Yep. So he's
Jimmy's attacking once again. What's going to happen?
So there's battles going on throughout the field. Marco Muller, look, side by side with Oscar Hardwick, who is making actually really good progress through the field.
Well, it's expected, isn't it? Remember,
oh, Oscar!
Contact
it was a 50-50.
I'm not sure about that one. That was a bit of a weird one, was it? Oh, Muller, and he's gone wide anyway, Oscar.
I think he's lost his head. I think it's gone. It's rolling about on the floor. Come on, Oscar, pull it together.
Calm. He might have led through on purpose there, but it was on the gravel. No one would do that on purpose. On the gravel.
No.
Gardner's right behind these guys as well, so...
he's making a move.
Not here, not here. Oh, he didn't do it.
He was poking. He was
He
poking.
was definitely poking. It was just making him worried. I know, it's worried. Marco Muller now is under heavy attack here from Oscar. Oscar's going to dive down the inside. He'll make the move here, I think. Very aggressive driver, Oscar, and there we go. Done. Marco Muller didn't fight too hard there either. He realised eventually that Oscar was much quicker, and Oscar is now disappearing down the rainy curve and down towards the end of lap, and we're almost halfway through the race.
I will just point something out.
It's not meant to be a sprint race, but everyone's driving like that.
Yes, John Monroe is... Well, Rob's just gone back 6 seconds for some reason, but the gap was 3.5 at the end of that lap. So I think Rob must just made a mistake into turn 1. So my point is null. But I was going to say, Wiesenmüller was closing in, creeping in on Monroe ever so slightly. So this race is not completely done.
No, absolutely not. But the action is definitely behind these first. In fact, behind the first 3 now, because Neiring is now gap reverting, as we thought he might do. Thought he might do that in the first place, but he clearly messed that up, and he's got now a 6-second gap to make up instead. Anders Nielsen is still in 16th. Didn't qualify very well. It's just inside the top 10, if I recall correctly, and involved in that schmozzle on the opening lap. Just here. Don't we like that word?
I did. Sorry.
Reading too much Roald Dahl. And he's right in behind Kjell Stenbeck. And now these two are very good friends. However, last time Kjell Stenbeck raced with Anders Nielsen, Stenbeck knocked him off the track at Suzuka.
That's right.
Yes, they had
remember that one.
They had a mock like man and wife argument about it.
It was very funny.
What are you doing there? Why did you brake? all kinds of normal race driver excuses. All the good fun, of course. And now Nielsen's trying to get past them. We're a bit disappointed actually in Nielsen. I thought he'd be much quicker. He's not feeling very comfortable at this track.
Well, don't forget, he was in about fifth or sixth. He just got involved in that schmozzle, as you say.
Are you sure he was 5th or 6th? I don't think he was that high, was he?
Pretty sure he was. I don't know. I can't blame late nights now. When me and Ryan used to commentate on ATCC, it used to be, well, it's fine, doesn't matter, no one's watching, it's 4 AM.
But now it goes on YouTube as well, so you're infinity.
The last 20 seconds, if you've watched the last 20 seconds, just skip ahead. I know you've now watched the last 20 seconds, so you can't do that.
It's a bit late for that, yeah. So what we got is we're going to just do a quick sit rep here. Rueting's been challenged by Lapasa. I'm a bit scared about watching Lapasa.
I know, so am I.
He's lagging around all over the place. It's not a very good look. So
let's try it.
Yeah, he's there now. And
Oh,
he's
no,
so
no.
Sorry about that, Lapasa. We're not going to show you if we can do that. Mike Patton is up to 8th, by the way. So lovely, consistent run for him. But he is the next victim of Oscar Hardwick.
Something's happened because Richard's moved up to 6th, Enderman's up to 7th, Patton's up to 8th, and Hardwick's 9th. So
it was because Orban went off a few laps ago.
Oh right, okay, yes, that's
straight
true.
off here when he was challenging Richards.
Yep, that did happen. Gardner's having a good run in 11th.
Well, it wasn't a better run in 6th before we started talking about it.
Yeah. Orban in 12th, as you say. Cardoso's 13th. Daniel Beck is 14th place, and then we've got Nielsen, Stenbeck, who we've just been watching. Ayala, Gerjak, Mike Bell in 19th now 20th apparently. We just lost someone, did we?
Him and Broadbent having a bit of a ding-dong, looks like to me. And now here comes Oscar up the inside, has the power, has matched the M3 through the handling sections, and of course, because he's done that, and because he's wrestled the car through there so well, he gets right behind the car, straight, and goes through. Mike has a little bit of a sniff, but not going to happen there. And Mike is now going to watch Oscar attack Enderman. One would presume might be a bit more difficult to get past Enderman in that extremely fast, extremely torquey Ford Mustang, which also sounds absolutely wonderful, as does this Opel Omega. I hope you're enjoying the sound right now.
This Opel is my favourite car by a country mile.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought you liked the Ford Mustang.
From looks.
You're a traitor.
No, well, I like the Mustang, but it's not as cool as this car, is it?
The Mustang is far meaner. Look at the Mustang. The Mustang.
Yes,
Look
but
at
it's
the Mustang.
pathetic.
Look at the
It-
Mustang. Camera.
it just-
Camera, look at the Mustang.
Yeah, no, but I'm not watching this. I'm enjoying this.
Toby's our cameraman. He's refusing to.
Beautiful. Right, let's watch the let's
See,
watch
look how
the Mustang.
mean that is. Mean.
Yeah, but if we go on board, watch it wallow into this corner now. Oh, I'll turn it at some point today.
Then watch it on the straight.
Watch it on the straight.
Yeah.
It was so pathetic through there, it ran wide.
Now,
Poor Kevin.
Now we're just going to go. Go. It's like supersonic. Supersonic. It's like driving a
Look how
little
close Hardwick is to that final sector. It wasn't a bad sector from Enderman, it just doesn't corner. So it'll come into its it'll come into play later in the season. Also, what's with the wing angle?
It just looks cool, alright, it's badass.
It's like a sail out the back. You can tell Americans designed the aero for that.
Oh, contact! Oh, Oscar. Does he not,
Oscar needs to be a little bit careful. He needs to be a little bit careful. He's obviously annoyed because he feels he should be further up, but you've got to be a bit careful as you make your way through the field, past these slightly slower drivers than what, and because you feel like you should be further up, but can't just justify it by sort of.
Just going to take your medicine and get on with it. Otherwise, you make a bad situation worse. Now, flying through turn 7 once again, and Patton's right there in case any of these make a mistake, and Hardwick's got the exit, hasn't quite got the just pull away. No, he's going for it. He's going for it. The car is all over the place, and he's made it. What a move. That's a great move, that was. It was a full car led behind anyone there.
Yes, he was, and it actually was nice and clean, and I was just sort of saying keep calm, and it was a nice clean overtake, so well done, Oscar.
Yeah, so Oscar is now up to 7th spot. 7th spot. And he's got a 6-second gap now, though, to Matt. So just ignore the moving around the passing. Ruining our first broadcast party.
Don Munro, by the way, up front, has set a fastest lap of 1:25.7.
It's very, very quick.
Very quick lap time.
Yeah, what's Robert Wiesenmuller done?
26.3, 6/10 slower.
Wow. Well, Wiesenmuller may be playing a long game here because he's gaining. Look, it's back to 4 seconds now, that gap. It was about 4.5, 5 before. And so Wiesenmuller not out of this just yet. We've got just under a third of the race to go now.
I don't know. I have to say, I think it could well be in hand for Munro, but we'll see.
So Richards now is gaining on Röting. So
yes,
Röting's
he's right. I was just going to say, it's right up behind him now.
Yeah, so Röting is clearly just slowly but surely dropping back, isn't it? It seems like there's no dramatic drop, just a gradual, can't quite keep up, hasn't got the pace kind of thing, which is understandable in this car.
Yeah, don't forget he also had that excellent start, which kind of promoted him above where he should have been, and then had somehow harder expand and half the field at contact. So he's kind of. I wouldn't expect him to stay here for the remainder of the event, but kudos to him so far. He's in solid 4th place. I think he'll lose this one to Richards, but he could easily hold on to 5th.
Yeah, so this is his TPS debut, remember, as well, Kevin Röting. He has already debuted, as it were, in the pre-qualification for TC1 Championship, which starts on Saturday. But this is his actual race debut, and he's done well so far. He's actually been very worried about his starts recently. He's had a bit of a small bug. Ooh, just went wide. Had a bit of a small bug where he can't get his car off the line sometimes. But clearly, complete opposite today, because he was shot right up in the 2nd spot. In fact, I didn't even realise. I said Röting at first because I was sure it could only be Röting and not Gardner. But I wasn't quite sure how he did it.
No, he made up. Well, it's just the nature of the car, isn't it? It's got to be. Most of the cars being heavy or even light, but not enough power and rear-wheel drive. Just you can't get off the line with them.
I think the passer has actually dropped down the field here. Because he's been down in that 10th, 11th kind of spot for a while now. He's in 11th spot, so he's 11th.
I'm sorry, guys. We think he's there, but I can't watch it. It's painful.
No, it's not watch that. And Cardozo, though, instead, is now being attacked by Orban. Orban up the inside.
Is he going to hold? Is he going to stay there? No, he didn't.
That's
good lad.
Power of that Opel Amiga
death
as well.
if you do that.
It
does look lovely. Look at it. It's beautiful. How can you prefer the Mustang?
It's nice, but I just prefer the badassery.
That's not a word.
It's a word.
Oh, look! He's got a bit of a twitch.
Oh, no, he's run wide as well. Orban cuts back to the inside. side once again for the next, and he's done it. What about a great move that is?
It's fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. He is going to get mugged into turn 1, but for now he's taken the position away. So congratulations there. Yeah, Cardozo's done him. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just using a Ron Squire term. Isn't it?
Let's not involve that word or words in our broadcast. Thank you very much. Immediate sacking for Toby Davis.
Oh, now then, that's a bit harsh. Matt Richards and Oscar Hardwick are
not close together.
Sorry, reverting, and oh, whatever.
Again, having a look, but he can't do it there. He cannot do it. Richards is clearly fast. 26.9 is the fastest lap. 27.2.
Oh, reverting a bit wide.
Yeah, he's made a mistake. He's on the gravel.
Is he by?
Aye, done. Oh, it's got to be done. Got to be done. Got to be done. Lot of opportunity. Just can't pass up. Aye.
Oh, well squeezed. Beautiful stuff, Matt. Beautiful stuff. I shouldn't really be saying that.
Well.
But... Yeah, well...
Contact him.
No, but Verting...
You need to go Specsavers.
Verting was there, and Matt Richards did exactly the right thing and kept him there. So, well squeezed.
Verting gave him space as well.
I don't know about
that. Okay. So Verting back to fifth spot. It's still a great debut for Verting, considering the track and the car here, because the car is incredibly heavy and not exactly what you call wieldy. But Reese must have had a good start as well, because he's not made any progress. That flash of flame at the back of the Audi. He's not made any progress since his mistake, though, has he really? He's right behind. That's Marco Müller here, though. Round the outside he's going to go. Not going to do it this time around, and he won't do it for the rest of the lap, one would imagine as well.
Unfortunately, what he did there wrong was he braked later for some reason. But he made it so that he had an overlap on the outside, so he couldn't turn in, so he didn't know when to turn in and therefore lost ground. What you got to do in those situations, if you're on the outside and the opposition's defending the inside, what you really want to do is brake a tiny bit earlier, actually, so you can try and get the undercut, but you definitely don't want to be stuck on the outside because you'd be left hung out to dry. That's what happened to Reset.
Expert analysis there from multiple race winner in the Virtual Touring Masters, Toby Davies, and also remember TPS champion Virtual Touring Series 3, now renamed as TC2. So TC2 Season 3 is where Toby won his championship, but has also had a couple of fracas on the final lap, final corner at this track, both in VTM. He passed around the outside by championship rival, is the word,
yes.
Adrian Holm, in season 6 of Virtual Touring Masters, that's 2 seasons ago, and also in season 2 with a fracas with Kelvin van der Linde, now of ADAC GT Masters fame.
Still maintain I did nothing wrong in it, the delay and ping.
And he basically pushed Kevin wide and then
I did no such thing.
Pushed him out of the way, and Kelvin was awarded the win afterwards.
On my screen there's at least 20 feet between our cars when we go into that final corner.
That's absolutely rubbish. Reece Gardner is still in 10th spot. He still can't catch past Marco Müller, and he won't do it doing that. You know he got four-wheel drive, Reece, but that's not going to make you go faster.
My car would look so much better with wings.
Evidently OP.
True. Wow, a use of OP in commentary.
You use Roberto Firmino, so I'm allowed to use OP. Anyway,
you should use Roberto Firmino. He's really good.
Also, this car had a massive weight penalty for this season in real life, because in 1990 and 1991 it destroyed the field, and they eventually went, well, not doing that anymore, we'll give you 150 kilos. They gave 150 kilos and they weren't competitive. So that was a good move, and Audi withdrew. So great move there from the organisers of the DTM. A little bit
Didn't they do
harsh.
a similar thing in B2CC?
They did, and then they got half of it taken away again. It's so difficult knowing how much forward driver help, isn't it? It's quite clear. It's such a guessing game. It's pretty much just trial and error. No better than the video game developers, I guess. People have been complaining about the balance of performance that Sector 3 have been putting here. I think they've done a fantastic job, apart from the Skyline, which is still too overpowered for our liking, because we can push all the cars to the limit. But just generally just trial and error and see what goes faster where. And that's basically what they did in real life with the forward driver. Oh, he's gone sideways there.
And why has it jumped to Mike Bell? I didn't click anything. I promise.
Gardner went sideways and maybe went off the track and we just missed it.
I don't know why.
It's fantastic stuff. Toby Davis. Professional.
It went to Mike Bell earlier. It's obviously got a thing for him.
Did you press enter?
I just pressed nothing. I literally just... I'm trying to eat your sweet corn.
Stop eating! You're commentating! So the front of the field, Monroe, he's got 1 minute to go in this race. So he's got this lap and the next one, would you imagine?
Yes, and... don't know. Yeah, no, yeah. One more lap after this.
At the front of the field is John Monroe.
He's dominated. He's dominated.
Cameraman.
I'm doing it.
Goodness me. I didn't take the hint there at all. 25.7 is a fantastic lap. Well, that's absolutely superb. The final lap.
It is.
He's also lagging around John as well. No wonder we haven't watched him all race.
Well, he is from... I panic. No, I'm sorry.
Anymore.
No, I'm not doing it.
So, Rob... It's on the screen! Rob... We are learning this system as at the same time as as you guys are watching it on the fly, pretty much. We've done a couple of tests, but nothing actually in the heat at the moment. So apologies for the.
You have to remember that Ryan has slightly more brain space than I do for stuff like this. So when he starts shouting at me that it's on another screen, I panic.
So Rob, again, remember he's won multiple races now. Defeated Toby in the virtual Super Tourist last season of the. Now we're watching Naring because he used the keys, and we have Rob's overlay, but that's okay. Now we're watching Naring, and Naring is using 5th gear all the way up here. That's great if you see those figures, by the way.
Oh, yeah, true. I've not been watching those.
So we will have to watch Monroe come across the line here because he is winning the race. Even though he's lagging across the line, I do apologise for Monroe doing this. We're just watching from here. That's fine. Oh dear. John is going to win the race, and he is the first TPS race winner on RaceRoom Racing Experience. Well done to him, fantastic stuff. And now Rob comes in 2nd spot. He'll be fairly pleased with that, I think. He'll be disappointed. Naring in 3rd, that's a great result for him. Matt Richards will cross the line.
Look at this! Hardwick's got him! Hardwick's got Rosing!
He did! Fantastic stuff from Hardwick there. That really is a great charge through the field. Whatever the fault is, the first one, whether it's his fault or somebody else's or just a racing incident, he has fought back from 16th up to 5th. Just a half an hour race. That's a fantastic effort from him. And Mike Patton crosses the line in 8th spot. That's a great result for him also, with Endman in 7th, 9th Mueller, and 10th Reese Gardiner. He probably would have taken that before the start of the race, and Lapasa coming across the line as well. Oh dear. He's 11th. Orban 12th. Stenbeck 13th. 14th Anders Nielsen. He'll be disappointed with that. Oyala 15th. Mike Bell 16th. With Gerjak in 17th spot. While Cardozo should have come across the line eventually in 18th. He was battling with Orban for 12th a few laps ago. So something bad happened to him. And Daniel Beck, very lonely and quiet race. Daniel is going to cross across the line in 19th. Jimmy Broadbent in 20th.
It's gone to Mike Bell again.
Mike Bell again, and that's the end of the race. The race results, there we go. John Monroe is the inaugural winner on RaceRoom for TPS. That was something he'll never, ever be taken away from him. Visa Muller in 2nd, so 2 Mercedes in the top 2, 3 in the top 4. So clearly a very handling track, this one. We've got Naring in 3rd in the BMW before we get to the power cars of the Opel and the Audi and the Mustang. So nice diverse field there, Toby.
It is. It shows that actually people have done their testing and decided they prefer a certain car and other people prefer a different one. It's not like we've got a team of M3s all the way through the field, is it? So kudos for making the cars nice and balanced. That's good.
Yeah, very good from Sector 3, I have to say. So we'll be back in just a few moments. Stay tuned. Hello, and welcome back to this what's the word?
Broadcast?
This interval in the broadcast of the Touring Masters from TPS. We just witnessed the first ever race on RaceRoom Racing Experience round Laguna Seca, and the guys are gearing up for race 2 now happening. Another half an hour race, another 10-minute qualifying session as well. So while we just wait for those guys just to cool down, gather their thoughts, will be about 3, 4, 5 minutes. We're just going to talk you through what's happening in the TC1 series, which starts on Saturday.
It does.
We'll be going through to Zandvoort, and we're using the WTCC 2014 cars. We'll be using predominantly the Honda, more on that in a second, the Citroen and the Chevrolet Cruze for that championship. But it's held very much in the spirit of ATCC back in the day, isn't it, Toby?
It is. It's going to, as you say, we've got three marks involved in the championship. A lot of people using the Hondas. It is probably the best car, even though in real life the Citroen has dominated with Loeb et al. As I mentioned earlier, obviously a lot of people using the same car does mean it's going to be kind of hard to differentiate between them because we haven't got custom skins yet. But when we come to it, you'll love the racing. The Honda has very good brakes. The Citroen's got nice sort of flow to it. It's got excellent traction. So they've all got strengths and weaknesses. More profound, actually. Not profound, pronounced. Actually, than I thought they would be. So I'm looking forward to it. And of course, Zandvoort is a brand new track for us. So it's a lovely track, nice and flowing. The final corner, fantastic. So and it has a corner named Tarzan. That's always good.
The opening corner is named Tarzan. The final corner is rubbish.
It's not called rubbish. It's not rubbish.
It's rubbish. It's just
no,
normal.
It isn't.
Yeah, there's no
nothing
skill
normal.
To it.
No, what?
Just no skill to it. In these cars, in the WTCC cars, you just flat out around you go.
Is it easy flat?
Yeah.
I have to say, I haven't driven around Zandvoort in one of these TC1 cars.
In fact, Toby doesn't even own the game.
Well, hang fire. I think you'll find it in my Steam library.
It's a free weekend, by the way, everyone. For those who are watching and wondering about whether they should get RaceRoom, it's a free weekend, so you can download the game. All content's in the game. When you buy it, you just unlock it, as it were. So when you download the game, you have all the content there. So when the free weekend starts, it starts on Friday evening. You're able to race any car on any track in any server across that entire weekend. So we're looking forward to that. The Touring Pro Series servers will be open, apart from on the Saturday, of course, when we are racing the TC1 Series. And we're much looking forward to that. There was some hectic competition during pre-qualifying, very, very close indeed. In fact, less than 4/10 covered the entire first split, which is 24 drivers. So let that just whet your appetite for a second. Let that sink in and think about how close it's going to be on race day. Got some brand new teams, some brand new drivers, and some old drivers as well. Team Portugal are back. Miguel Neto Ayal. Ryan Callum's going to be racing as well, funnily enough.
Oh, there he is.
And Walk Racing.
You actually pre-qualified, didn't you, as well?
Of course.
Made it into the top split. Well done.
It wasn't difficult, and this is mean.
You're a bit out of practice. Well, I don't have a wheel, so I wasn't able to try and beat your time. But if I did have a wheel, I would have done.
Well, you should get a wheel. You should just come out of retirement, have a wee bit of fun. Anyway, the series will see new teams like Get Real Racing. Kevin Reuting's part of Get Real Racing, so that shows how strong those guys will be. We've got another guy called Correa Alves in that first team with him. He'll miss the opening round, but he'll be there for the rest of it, and he's been very quick indeed. Got a minute to go before we go into qualifying here, by the way, guys. So we'll just keep talking as we go along. And we're very excited about that RaceRoom, aren't we, Toby? I mean, we talked about how good its sounds are, how good its graphics are also as well. Very acceptable, lovely lighting, lovely colours, and great content as well for Touring Pro Series also. I mean, you've got these cars here, of course, which is exactly in line with what we've been using for years. And got the touring cars there also as well. We just need V8 supercars and we'll be done, won't we?
Yeah, V8 supercars would be fantastic. I don't think it's going to happen on this game, but
they have the license. They have 2 car license for it. They have Volvo and the Ford license.
Yeah, but
apparently, but
you need all the Australian tracks as well, don't you? Absolutely.
That's one of the things.
It's no good just having Bathurst and that's it. They they need all the Aussie tracks for that to be a proper championship. V8 Supercars round Laguna Seca, don't see it happening. But otherwise, it's an excellent game. It is a well-rounded game. It has a few issues that we need to iron out, including, but not limited to, private qualifying being broadcastable.
Well, it was eventually.
We're about to find out if that's going to be a problem
we're
again.
about to find out as well. Yeah, we're about to go into it in a second.
This is why we've left it on calendar. Please bear with us.
Also, I will just bring up the spotter guide for you guys, in case you were just wondering who on earth is who, and might make it a bit easier for you guys.
Something
You can
that
go
I'm
to our
wondering
Facebook.
also.
Yeah, despite the fact he has all the liveries in front of him on his director cam. That is the spotter guide there for you quickly. You can get that on our Facebook page as well, which is facebook.com/touringproseries. Give us a like. You can follow us on Twitter, touring_pro. And on subject of V8 Supercars, we are looking to do a V8 Supercars Championship later this year on Game Stock Car. With obviously they're bringing out an official, in inverted commas, V8 Supercar. But also based on the physics and sound of that car, a modding team will be bringing out a car, also a set of cars. So all 5 cars that are in the real V8 Supercars Championship will be in the game, and we'll be running that for absolutely sure. So look out for news of that later this year. We probably won't be happening anytime before October, but we've got plenty to keep us occupied until then, with both this championship and the TC1, of course.
Yeah, the V8 Supercars on Game Stock Car is something I am looking forward to, actually. And it may pull me out. Unlikely at this stage, but it may pull me out because it is more R-Factor based, and that's where I've successfully driven before. And game. This
is also R-Factor based.
It's tangentially.
Tangentially, that's not a word.
Definitely more of a word than whatever you said earlier.
Badassery is definitely a better word than tangentially.
Is definitely not more of a word than tangentially.
Tangentially is even
tangentially. It may be based on R-Factor, but to be honest, that was 10 years ago. Not now.
It's the most natural game I've ever played, this RaceRoom, by the way, guys. So anyone who wants to race it, and also tow it.
You're listening to the man. You're listening to the man who, until 2 years ago, used a gamepad. So.
Until 4 years ago, actually.
Oh, well, whatever. Who's counting?
Therefore, I have better experience of what it's like, because I have experience of both types of controller.
Oh dear. Such rubbish.
So, we'll try and see if we can get into qualifying.
Is it supposed to be qualifying now?
Well, yes. Remember, we had that issue before. So,
oh, right. Okay, yeah, true.
Let me go and check while you just waffle.
He makes me sound like I always waffle. I don't always waffle. Sometimes I talk complete sense. In this case, I'm waffling. I think John Munro is going to win race 2. Looking at the way he dominated the first race. To be honest with you.
User joined your channel.
We do have qualifying, Ryan.
We do have qualifying. Yeah, that's fantastic. So here we go, guys. This is the second qualifying session ahead of the second race of the day. Night.
Depends where you're watching from.
It does indeed depend where you're watching from.
It's actually still light at this time of year in the UK. So
evening, then, shall we say?
We shall say eve.
This is the best skin in the game, by the way.
I completely disagree.
Okay.
This skin is the best skin in the game.
No, that's boring.
Boring? Do you know what it reminds me of? The 1998 Renault from VTCC. What a beautiful
There's nothing
car.
like that.
What? Yes, it does.
That was blue and yellow. This is green.
No, 98, the Nescafe one.
Nescafe, it's just green with Nescafe on it.
No, it had orange bumpery things.
No, had orange bumpery things. Anyway, Bell again. This is happening over and over. Mike Bell is the star of the show. Clearly, the program loves Mike Bell.
I don't know why.
It's just defaulting back to Mike Bell.
It is, yeah.
We'll stick with him, because this is the guy who, of course, was second on the grid in the first race.
Yep.
Correctly. Was he third?
Yeah.
Was he
No,
third?
second.
Okay.
I think.
Was Naring second?
He was on the grid.
Was second. He was on the grid. Wiesmuller was third. This was third, because remember the visual now. Naring was second. He was on the front row. And of course, they also watch out for Kevin Röting and where he qualifies, because you don't want to be anywhere within about 10 positions of him.
Well, it seems that way. I think he was about 8th or 9th, and he was tickling first place by the first corner, wasn't he?
And so now Rob coming out of the first corner, final corner, and towards the line. Monroe was saying he's restarted his route, so he's hopefully not having any issues now.
Good, solid Rob first lap.
Monroe beats him straight away. Remember, we're in private qualifying here, guys, by the way, so if you see people cross the line all at the same time but don't see them, because you can't see the other drivers through private qualifying, Now we're having private qualifying, first of all, because the qualifying sessions are quite short. You're not allowed to finish a lap in RaceRoom currently. So that allows us to rolling start our laps, and also it stops any kind of juddering with people rejoining the server while you're out of track, and that doesn't interfere with any of people's laps then. So John Munro is on pole position currently once again, provisionally. Not as fast as last time around though, 26.222. So expect someone, probably him, to go faster than that.
Yeah, as you say, he went a lot quicker in the first race. So 5 or 6 tenths actually. I don't know whether he's actually purple or whether it's playing games with us again, but looks like he's on another good lap so far. No mistakes so far.
Now flowing through Rainy Curve once more and running wide.
John.
So flowing outside of it.
Outside of the track boundaries, and therefore this lap is going to not count.
It's not. So we're up to Rob Wiesenmuller now. He is 6 tenths down according to that time there. Won't be improving this time around. And it seems like, it could towards the line. No, it won't improve. Half a second off
What
John
time in the end?
there.
Matt Richards is on a half tidy lap.
He's also 7 tenths off. Look.
Yeah,
it seems like our timing works when we jump to a guy, but not when he's we're on him, if that makes sense.
I'm not.
And 8 tenths off, so he's now
does
in
improve,
6th
goes
spot.
to 6th, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, if I
Nielsen
jump
better this time round, look.
If I jump to, it'll let me jump to Wiesenmuller.
Yeah. It seems we can only jump to them during their final sector. If they're in the final sector, it gives us the correct
Yes,
point.
I think that's
a bit of a
true.
shame. But hopefully that will get a small fix. Oscar now running through turn 4. He struggled in the first qualifying, remember, but eventually put it in about 5th spot, if I recall correctly, and he's currently around that position once again here. 26.3, I think. So he's looking for a bit more time as well here. 26.7 so far.
Yes.
You can do that kind of time in practice, so you can definitely do faster in qualifying. And qualifying is around about 5-6 tenths faster. I can't believe Munro did 25.7 during the race. That was incredible. Remember Rob, who was quite close to him the entire race, did 26.3. So an entire 6 tenths you said found from somewhere.
Yeah, and you said he was doing the long game maybe, but unless there's some lunacy cut that he did through corkscrew or something, but I doubt it. Doubt it would show up and count, would it? Wiesenmuller goes top.
There we go. So there's that flat from Wiesenmuller. So we lay down the gauntlet to John now. So it's up to John to match that. And here is John through the first turn. They're actually parallel with each other, aren't they, Toby? They're going through the same turns at the same time.
We have to click on them at the right time. Obviously, La Paz, still not fixed the connection. Just thought I'd check it. Oscar Hardwick now coming through turn 1. He is in 4th place with a 1:26.4. That's a pretty decent time.
Yeah, it's improved for sure. He was a 26.7 earlier, so he definitely improved. Reese, here we are. He's about to start another lap him, but he's currently 9th. Patton just behind him, so it's all the usual suspect currently.
Yep, Nelson, as I said before to you, and you didn't believe me, is in the top 10. So he definitely dropped down in race 1.
He's in the top 10 this time. Doesn't mean to say he was in the top 10 last time.
Of course it does.
Okay.
Matthew Orban is in 5th place and having 2 white sectors, not going to improve this time round, probably.
White sectors?
Yeah, well, they're not personal bests, aren't they?
Green.
No, they're all green. Purple would be an overall best.
He's gone back in there.
Such a troll.
And Reese is, again, just in that 9th spot still. I'm not quite sure we'll come back to him, considering he was in 9th spot.
I just wanted to see if we got the first sector time or not on him.
No,
it was fine in the previous lap, but it's not.
Well, let's ignore that now. We'll try and catch people when they're in this 3rd sector.
I just missed the end of his lap, I'm sorry.
He didn't go faster, Munro. So, 3 minutes to go. 3.5 minutes to go. In qualifying here. Oh, green's here for Matt Richards and
7th.
improves. 7th for Matt Richards. He's just off, getting above Matty Orban there. In fact, if he just kept up a decent final sector there, he would have improved massively, probably towards 5th spot. But Naring is back up there in 4th, as is La Pasa once again. So La Pasa is 0.179 off the lead.
Yeah, 3rd place.
Clearly got pace, hasn't he, La Pasa? But,
if not connection.
Not connection, and consistency also as well. A bit of an issue last race. He made a mistake and dropped down to 11th place. So
No, I'm looking at the thing that says he's faster, and I'm not sure he actually is, Munro here. But we'll watch him anyway. He's coming towards the end of the lap.
Might have got pinged for a cut
It
there.
was just okay, I think.
Let's see.
But it's still timing him.
Final corner. Right, using all the track there. That was really good. Towards line's going to be really close. Oh, it is really close, and he goes above Feasible. Look at that, a hundredth of a second. He's beating Feasible by. Rob will be cursing.
In the
And
pit
he's back
lane.
in the pits currently. He has to go back out again.
2 minutes left. Can he do the lap?
Absolutely, rolling start. So he gets,
I'm sure,
straight
yeah.
out, Oscar not improving on this lap.
Klaus Nyring is...
He's improving though. 10th up in the first sector.
Yeah, yeah.
Oof, nice flow for that corner as
Purpley
well.
10th. That means nothing, the second sector.
Still purple, of course. Matching his car look.
What, a tiny section of it?
I wonder what Unitron computers do these days.
Probably nothing. I'd imagine they're defunct or been absorbed.
Did you enjoy saying absorbed then?
I did, very much. I like the B in absorbed.
The two Bs.
No, the second B.
The second B, okay.
Absorbed.
What's wrong with this first B?
Well, it's just... It's like abs.
Very Bist.
It's abs amaze.
No.
Nyring, is his lap going to be abs amaze as he comes across the line? Oh! Oh! Beautiful stuff!
That was Nyring.
.040.
Look at that. Wiesenmuller is 300ths off the pole position and third spot.
Riddick.
Poor guy. Nyring, that will be Nyring's first ever pole position if he hangs on to it.
Yes, it will. And an excellent lap, actually, a 26.0. So where is this 0.7, Munro? 25.7 that you did in the first race. Ayala goes 6th.
Well, that's nice from
That's
Ayala. He's
really good time in that
That's
Mustang.
However, Roting is 7th, so he might be first by the first corner.
Roting is in the pit lane. Reece Gardner is out on a lap. Coming up the hill towards the corkscrew now. 3/10 down on his own sector in the first sector, so
It looks
probably
unreal,
not
doesn't
gonna
it, the car?
improve.
It looks like it doesn't belong on this track.
It
The way it
it doesn't look quite as bad as the Mustang does
Lies.
through the corners.
Oh my word. Reese hanging it out there.
It does look like
Forward drive as well, reverse.
yeah, it does look
Attribute.
like it handles like a rally car. You can tell the four-wheel drifts and stuff. Through the final corner, excellent traction with this car, of course. Now, can he improve? He's 8th place currently with a 26.5. He certainly could on paper. We have no idea. It doesn't show us.
Results?
Is that session over?
Sometimes it just ends a bit earlier there, so that could be it.
Wow.
That could be it. It's enough session countdown.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So
Klaus
Nyring takes pole. Fantastic. From Munro, from
first
Wiesenmuller.
ever pole position for Klaus Nyring. Mark, straight to the race we go. So there's no respite at all for these guys. Where is Röting? 7th. There he is, menacing. Look at that.
7th. Watch him be first by the
Gardner's
first corner.
8 as well. Gardner's 8 as well. So
Ooh.
look out for this. This could be very interesting indeed. There's Nyring. Right behind him is Wiesel. The way to the grid they go. Look at Röting already dives out from behind Oscar Harvick. Röting is in the 4th spot already. Poor start there, looked like from Nielsen. As Monroe is holding on to the lead down to the first corner. Nyring right behind him. So Nyring's had a poor start here. Monroe's jumped him and around the outside trying to go Röting. Röting is being pushed out this time. We've got wires to that this time around.
Oh, Oscar!
Harwick again off the track. The first turn, diving down the inside of Oyala. 3 wide, that does not work. It does work. Well done, boys. Well done. Orban. Oh, we've had some stuff in the background as well.
Marco
That goes
Muller is
by.
involved. I think
Nielsen
Anders
off the
Nielsen's
track
involved.
again.
Yeah.
Again. What
Yep.
on earth has he done to the gods? The racing gods do not like Anders Nielsen today at all. Off at the third corner, 2 races in a row. And at the front, it's Monroe from Nyring from Röting from Wiesenmuller. That is crucial, the fact that Wiesenmuller behind Röting, Nyring and Monroe are not.
I didn't anticipate the Audi would be that good off the line. I mean, 7th to 3rd. He was really challenging Nyring and almost Monroe into
But
turn
the thing
1.
is, look where Gardner is. Oh, hello. Look where Gardner is. He's 9th. He started 8th.
He must have got blocked or something, because that can happen here, because obviously the Laguna Seca, the wall is right next to you. We're following
Yeah, he was
Hardwick
against the
just
wall,
because
wasn't he?
he's...
Because
Yeah,
Röting was up against the gravel at least. He had a little bit more room.
yeah. There's a lot of position swapping going on around 10th place here with Matt Richards and the like.
The pass there as well.
Look at the final turn as well. Look how tight everyone is on the first lap. Can Hardwick take La Pasa? That's the question.
What a great shot that is. What a great shot that is. This is Richards now in behind Gardner. Not a great start. There's La Pasa in behind Burton there. Hardwick trying to go around the outside of La Pasa. Must be a pain trying to pass La Pasa with that lagging car. Doesn't seem as bad as it was in the last race, but still not exactly smooth.
Wiesenmüller's ahead of Röting, so he's much more likely now to be able to close down with Nyring and Munro.
Nyring is 1/10 behind Munro.
Yeah, in fact, actually challenging. Challenging. So this could be the chance for Wiesenmüller to get. Oh, look at the cutback!
Great!
No, he's going to do him! Oh, he's going to be tight side by side through here, and Munro sensibly hangs back, lets Nyring take the position, go for a cutback actually up the hill. Has he got an overlap? He has. He's going to have another go into the corkscrew, Ryan.
Oh, he's not made it. Wiesenmüller around the outside.
Oh, Wiesenmüller! Beautiful stuff.
Talk about opportunist. Talk about opportunist. What a move from Wiesenmüller around the outside. That's a move of a champion right there.
It is, and you saw the gap opening up because Munro was staying on the inside trying to get that, and he was squeezed towards the gravel. He didn't have the entry to the corkscrew, and of course he just didn't want to run wide.
And now he's under threat from Röting as well. That was Röting right behind him coming off that final corner. This could be disaster for Munro.
It could be. Look at Hardwick and La Pasa as well. Hardwick, I think, is going to do him into the first corner. And always side by side. Hardwick trying to hang it round.
Hardwick trying this around the outside of La Pasa. Not going to happen.
Looks like La Pasa's
is held up on the straight, on the corners by the Audi, and that leaves him vulnerable to the oval of the straight.
Yes, true.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oscar's got it. On the inside, on handling, Oscar's got it. That is a great move.
Oh,
it's okay. It's okay. They're on track.
Oh, boys.
They've held on to it. That bit of lag there's not helping. La Pasa's much better now, actually, isn't he? We can actually watch him.
Yes.
He's watchable, at least. Oh, no, Ban is right behind these guys. So Jarla's hanging on to 8 as well. So Wiesenmüller is. Oh, and La Pasa's gone wide. Look. So that's let Ban through. Is Ban going to do it? He isn't. No, and a sideways Röting going up towards the corkscrew then. That was fantastic to watch. So on board with Nyring, looking back at Rob Wiesenmüller, reigning champion.
Yeah, and he is right on his tail, isn't he? He's putting him under immense pressure. This would be Nyring's, of course, his first win. Wiesenmüller has a fair few to his name, probably about 20 now, is he? Off the top of my head. So yeah, Wiesenmüller knows how to win races. Nyring is going to be feeling the pressure from the German. And Munro is only a second back, and he's got a big gap to Röting as well. So Munro could easily capitalise. He had the strongest pace in the first race. So it's anyone's, actually.
Absolutely. This is actually... Wiesenmüller has 14 wins in his DPS career. Munro just took his 5th win the last time around. Wiesenmüller's challenging. We put pressure here on Nyring. We make Nyring go narrow into turn 3. Try and get the cut back. No. Nyring's held it beautifully there. Made sure that Wiesenmüller couldn't cut back. Now, last time Nyring was in position to win a race was Puka Koe. 2 seasons ago, the Virtual Tour Masters in this championship. And who picked him to the post after Nyring made a mistake on the ultimate lap? Oh, it's so close, that's
I know. I didn't know what to say.
Well, the pictures speak for themselves.
RW's wide, yeah.
He's gone wide! Munro's going to come through, surely. Where's Munro? No, he's not.
He was a second back. Wiesenmüller, do you know what happened there? Wiesenmüller, I think, put half a wheel on the gravel on the entry, and I think it just gave him a tiny tad of understeer, not enough turning bite, and therefore he ran a bit wide, I think. Can't be certain, but that's what it looked like to me. Look at that. I mean,
into this race. Yeah. We've been racing forever once again.
You know, Hardwick's is 2 seconds off the lead.
Absolutely, Röting's right there also as well. Any mistakes from these boys, any shenanigans, and Röting goes straight through and defend for his life.
Look at the view from Hardwick, yeah.
Great shot, right back to the Hardwick. Fantastic. Ban's not far behind these guys also. If they battle, Ban can catch him because he's shown great pre-season pace as well. And him and Nielsen were seen as dark horses for race wins this season.
Yeah, he was unlucky in the first race, wasn't he? Got involved and dropped back through the field a little bit. So he's there. Ayala's another one in 7th place as well, who obviously was involved in that first lap shenanigans with Hardwick. So
in race 1, yeah.
Yeah, so he's in 7th place as well. Matt Rich is in 8th. Reece Gardner's in 9th, doing a solid job. Mike Patton in 10th place. Kevin Enderman is swapping places with Gerjak. Yeah. Hope his reflection's not gone completely this time.
Well, the problem for Lapasa is he can't keep the consistency. Gerjak challenging here, round the outside. That's a beautiful move around Enderman, but Enderman have the pace up the hill. And there comes also as well Cardozo. Ooh, that was dangerous, Miguel. Just packed out in time. That was any nanosecond longer in that position. That was Gerjak turned around.
Yes, absolutely right. But thankfully, they avoided each other, and Gerjak's able to continue. He's having a much better run than in the first race. I wonder if he was involved as well.
Well, he was doing well in the first race, but made a mistake.
The gap in the front is
nothing. Here we go. Here we go. Feasible with the run. No. Get the overlap there, and Naring chopped him off as well for good measure.
He's going to be Rob, he's trying to dummy, but he's too close to the Naring to be doing that. Is he going to try at the inside? No, Naring shuts the door again. Munro's right there.
Contact is sideways.
Yeah, Rob.
He's got the best view in the house of Munro.
Right there as well now, able to capitalise. Naring's going to have to go defensive. And he's not hung Rob's out to dry. He couldn't do that. So Rob's going to have the run now. Here we go on the inside. Is he going to make a nice late braking move?
He has to make space because Rob's got the overlap. Here comes Munro. Munro's going to do it as well. He's going to follow through. He is going to follow through. Where is Naring got? He's down. He's alongside still. Here we go. And Naring is in 3rd. So 1st and 3rd in one move.
Yeah, Naring didn't shut him off through the right-hander. He didn't shut him wide and enabled Rob to get a cut back and a run. Oh, and you're late on the brakes there, Naring! Oh, it looked like he was going to smash him off.
Well held, Munro, because he did get a big clip there. But he was aware. Best drivers are situationally aware. They can anticipate something like that's going to happen and plan for it. And therefore, they don't crash. Unless a driver there would get hit and just spin straight off.
John using his real-life racing experience, racing in the Mazdas and doing sprints as well of recent. So he's doing well in real life, but doing just as well on RaceRoom tonight in the Virtual Touring Masters. 2nd place currently. RW does have a bit of a gap, and look at Rurting on Naring as well. This is for 3rd place, of course.
Naring now is under big fire here. He doesn't quite have the consistency of the guys ahead, I think.
There's a 2-second gap behind Hardwick.
No, not going to happen. Hardwick is dying to get past.
Yeah.
He can see a win look. He can see Rob up there pulling away now.
Hardwick's got a 2-second gap behind him, so he can make dives. If they don't come off, it doesn't matter. So he's the one with nothing to lose. He's the one who can make forward progress.
Has patience there for Hardwick as well. He was attempting to dive inside there, but he's been racing with Rurting for a few laps now, both in race 1 and this one as well. So he wouldn't stand how Rurting drives. He also respects it, see, how Rurting's driving.
Yes. I have to say, RW's been winding up Hardwick over the past couple of weeks, saying he's got his best chance to win a championship in this and his best chance to win a championship in TC1. He's such a troll. And Hardwick's bitten. Hardwick has bitten tonight, so yeah, might still be on his mind. RW knows how to wind people up. It's really, really funny to watch.
We're trying to relieve some of the pressure on himself. If he was a football manager, it would be called mind games.
Yes. Maybe playing Firmino up front.
He's not playing on this right. So Munro is a second down behind Beasley. Beasley was pulling away, you'd see.
Yes. Yep. Well, that's a swap around from race 1. I wonder if Munro's got any damage. And look at this. Look at this.
Find out.
I can check.
No,
he doesn't.
No damage.
Okay.
No.
Sorry.
You just wanted to do that, didn't you?
Yes.
If we have, we looked on the back of the sofa. No, we haven't. No. Nielsen's up to 14th, by the way, and it looks like it's a big
up to 14th.
Because he was down in 21st after the first lap incident.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
So Bellin and Nielsen has followed through the gap, the pack there, because they were 20th and 21st at one point or something like that. And they've both gone through the pack here. Now we're on the back of Jimmy.
Actually, Gerzac's dropped down. That's who it is. He was in about 10th or 11th, so he's dropped down.
Again, running strongly with pack and then making a small mistake.
And Gardner's down in 11th as well. So I wonder if those two had Gardner's maybe got away with that one a bit more than looking good, Jack has. Tough to say.
There took a lot of curb.
I'm sorry, I've got to see this battle play out between Hardwick and Röting. They're so tight on track.
Here we go. This could be it. This could be it. Going to dive down the inside here. Röting doesn't cover, and Hardwick's going to switch back. Oh, Röting covered. Just a car width from the edge of the track, just to make sure that his intention's clear.
Rob just set his fastest lap of the race with a 26.4, almost matched by Munro, who's a couple of tenths down, but a couple of tenths is not going to help. And it's done a random jump again.
Oh, hey, same car. Here we go. There's Oscar through the inside and through. So
I do apologise, guys, but that wasn't me. It went to Miguel Cardoso for no reason. I do apologise.
So Cardoso's in Liverpool's life this time round.
Yes.
Rather than Mike Bell.
Yes. Not sure why.
It's nice to know it's not in love with only Mike Bell. That'd be worrying.
You should be only in love with Mike Bell. He is a wonderful human being.
Okay. The pass is only 22nd, by the way. Oh, and Hardwick's making a mistake.
Look at this dive! Oh
no,
not gonna happen.
And now he's behind you for the rest of the lap as well. Yeah. In the badass Mustang, the badass sound. Listen to that. Go.
How did it go?
I'm not very sure that was.
Lovely.
But 5 seconds covers the top 6, by the way. Orban is really close to Röting now. And after those guys
look at Röting!
There we go. So Hardwick made that mistake, got sideways, and Röting is now challenging back once again. He's never backwards and coming forward, Röting, is he?
No.
If someone
neither is
passes him
Oscar.
and makes a mistake, well, if someone passes him and makes a mistake, he doesn't hang around. And Nyring is dropping back now. The top 3 look
at the traction
quo.
off the final corner.
Yeah, this is going to be Röting.
Yeah, they're side by side.
Side as well.
And I'll tell you what, who's got the first Premier seats is Matej Orban as they go into turn 1. Oh, is Hardwick going to turn? Is he going to turn? Oh, Röting's got him.
Oh, he's got the traction. Look at that traction difference. There's a tight line.
Hardwick's going to dive. Hardwick's going to dive.
Oh, this is great racing. Röting losing space. Hardwick losing space. Now Röting's going to have to come behind us to get past by him. Oh,
Orban!
Hey, I'm here too.
Pick me! But no, Hardwick secures 4th place ahead of Röting for now. So let's see if he can make progress towards Nyring. Munro's 2 seconds off Wiesenmuller, who is yeah, and Munro's 2 seconds ahead of Nyring, so it's evened itself out up the front.
Yeah. So halfway through the race almost.
Side by side with Matt Richards, and he's making a move on Ayala. I know. Oh, he's going to pop out over the hill in front. Oh, Richards! Oh, there's Ayala's off track.
You haven't got forward drive, Tommy.
Richards comes through.
He does, so that was predictable there. But Richards is not too far off. The guys are ahead of him, Röting and Orban. 5 seconds, half the race to do it in, so he's not that far off, really.
No. No, actually, he's not. Not in that car. It looks like a quality car for this track, the Mercedes. So, yeah, see if he can make forward progress now. He's got by Ayala, who is still there, or thereabouts. I don't think he's going to be able to make a move into turn 1. Although that car has got ridiculous straight line speed.
Tommy's not the type, though, to be fair.
No,
nice and sensible. I can't wait for him on Sachsenring, on the tight, twisty intersections, and then on the straights, blasting past everyone. It's going to be really annoying for everyone.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Have we done Sachsenring before?
Yes, we have. Indeed, in the series that you've managed.
Oh, yeah, true. I picked the track.
Back in 2011 in Supertech.
Yes, but that's the only time it's appeared.
Yes, it's back.
Don't confuse it with Salzburg Ring, which is Austria.
We did want to use Salzburg Ring. Salzburg Ring is a Touring Masters staple. We want to use it. However, it does have death tyres, so we couldn't use it. It's got death tyres. So.
Death tyres?
Yeah.
There's some elaboration required.
The tyres at the first chicane. They're of the immovable variety.
Would that not be manageable? Just don't drive into them?
Well, yeah, but what if one guy drives into them, then the entire field piles into him?
Actually, it would probably happen.
This is why we TPS.
Oh, Orban! Yeah, true.
Orban is right at the back of the
yeah.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. We talked about that earlier, the fact he was right close, and obviously we're on board with him while Hardwick was battling with Röting. That fantastic battle. Kevin looks like he's enjoying his first... Oh, Orban! What a move!
What a move! He's done it! Was that deliberate?
I'm not quite sure it was. It looked like he scared himself.
I think Racing probably got out of the way wisely there. But he's through nonetheless.
BMW misheld coming at him.
I mean, it certainly will have better brakes. It's not as heavy, but still, that was from a mile back. Well, not literally a mile back, but certainly a few more feet than would normally be acceptable.
No such thing as too far back, Tom. You know that.
Oh well, yeah, I invented that phrase for TBS. Didn't I?
You invented that move. Somebody else did the actual phrase. So Racing's by himself now, which actually might harm Rich's chance of catching him, because Racing will just not by himself and not be held up quite so much.
Best feature of this camera thing, it tells you the instant gaps, and it highlights the ones which are close battles. So Mike Bell right up behind Anders Nielsen here for 12th and 13th. Currently the closest battle on track.
Well, they've been following each other the entire race actually, and Nielsen's been following Bell, but now it's swapped around. They've both got past Beck and Broadbent as well, so the two Volvo 240s.
Yeah, and they're not going to make any more progress now, because Nielsen's 8 seconds behind Gardner, and they're a good 2 seconds ahead of Beck. So yeah, it's not going to happen now.
Beautiful Volvo turbo sound. Wait, into the turbo spool up.
Gets off the gravel.
Gets off the gravel. Well, here it is, the final corner. Down to the final corner. And the Volvo, remember, this is a championship winning car. Well, 2, Peter Davila.
Beautiful sound. Actually, it's not as good as the Mustang.
Mustang is the best.
It also looks horrendous. It looks awful.
It's a great car.
What year is this? What's the year is that one from?
1984, 1985.
Okay.
Won the ETCC in 85.
So it is the same model as the Dave Allard title winning.
Absolutely, yeah.
Bridge.
Yeah, they didn't update it. Race reviews, and they just retired it, basically, from actual factory running anyway.
Yeah. Well, it started being.
I hope I got that year right, 85 as well. Someone's going to message me in Twitch now. It's 86. I think it's 85.
We'll go. Never mind. Let's move on with our lives.
Well, there's Cardozo battling with Gerzak, I think there, or Muller. Yeah, battling with Muller. So that's a close battle on track, that's for sure. Right there we are, just behind Gerzak.
Yeah. Let's in fact, let's go. Let's do that. There we go.
Can't see anything now.
Well,
we're going down the court, so we can't see anything at all. So here, look at the incline there. It's unbelievable.
It is savage. I use that word.
See sky.
I use that word way too much, but that is savage. That incline. Have you seen?
Look.
Have you seen people try and walk up it? It's ridiculous. It's horrendous.
Should be a layout going that way, really.
Almost as bad as the mountain at Cadwell, which is genuinely the steepest slope in the world. How anything can get up there, I have no idea.
Well, you don't get up it, you crash on it.
Funny.
Toby Davies has a very famous YouTube video of him crashing his supercar.
Right, he's got
a couple of them actually.
Got thousands of views. Thousands of views. I think most of them are Chris and Adam.
And yourself.
Yeah, but mostly Borny just clicking on it and go, oh, remember this? Yes, thank you, mate. I do actually.
But Gerzak here has been passed by Cardozo. Gerzak seems to have great starts to the race, great battling early on, but then drops off it seems. But Broadbent having a good run here as well. He was very much off the pace in his debut race in Turin Masters. This is back in the day, but 2 seasons ago at Spa in a Toyota Supra, and only did one race. But he's very much in the hunt on this game.
He did a race at Spa.
Yeah, Cardozo's going to pass him as well. So Cardozo making use of these guys currently, and through he goes. Goodness me. All over. Oh, and Canton off the track. So
that's alright.
Canton, very new to sim racing, and he does make quite a few mistakes, but he's trying. He's definitely improving, I have to say.
He's improving.
He's going to embarrass me then.
No, I just figured I'd give him a tiny bit of airtime. Look at these guys.
It's a step back at all in these races either. Racing in his traditional Roberto Veravalia livery. These guys are hard at it.
Yes, they are.
This is for 15th, but anyone would think it's for the World Championship.
It is the closest battle on track, although Reece Gardner is right up behind Kevin Enderman now, so we'll just pop with
battle
Reece.
the power cars. But Feasible has put on a clinic over Monroe and over Nairing. Those guys have been about 4 seconds apart for quite a few laps now. It's almost like Wiese put a big burst in and then decided, well, that's enough. And just throttled back to his normal pace. Harvick not making any impression. Oscar Orban is just behind Harvick, only a second and a half away. So any mistake from Harvick, not Van will definitely lead. Like I said, Reuting is not falling back to Richard now. That is not battling. So Richards could be stuck in that position for the rest of this race.
I think he will.
About how many laps is that left? About 5?
Yeah.
6 maybe.
No, it's 7.5 minutes if it's 5 laps. So yeah. 5 or 6.
Wiese will have started at a new lap. This car is about to finish. So he's actually
6 laps.
dropped behind Enderman now, so we can look back at that Gerzak-Broadbent battle, because Gerzak's got ahead of Broadbent now also. Müller here is keeping a watching brief. He ran very well in the first race, actually. He hasn't been any pressure this time.
No, his best laps are
It's a colourful
20. It is. His best laps are 27.5. So not certain that he.
Ooh, look at that Volvo go! Look at that Volvo go!
Really
Absolutely
compared.
flying!
Big difference that
Yeah.
compared to the M3. Has he got damage? Let's check.
No, he has not got damage, look.
It probably doesn't work. It probably just shows the same amount of damage.
Don't say that!
But yes, he doesn't have damage. So there's no excuse for that kind of lack of pace compared to the Volvo for BMW.
Oh, he's got the run though.
He has.
Using the curb as a bit of a berm there. Robert's under pressure. No.
I love commentating. It's so much fun. Let's go to Enderman.
Stop laughing at your fellow co-commentator. Why are we watching Enderman again?
Is he gonna overtake?
He's got
No.
Patton ahead of him now though. Oh, here we go.
Oh wow! What's that going on there? Was there a car
There's
backwards?
someone there. There's someone there.
Is there?
Is that Canton?
Don't know. It looked like a Mustang-shaped vehicle to me.
Well, can we click Canton to find out?
I'm trying.
Oh, there's Canton.
No,
oh, he's
no.
coming through though. He's coming
Why did
through.
you blame Canton?
Because it was white and I presume I didn't know.
I think it was a Mustang. And have we lost
Oh, so Oyala. Look.
the Yala?
Guys, now it was Oyala. It was a Mustang. Good spot. I just
you,
saw
mate.
white. I thought maybe it was Canton because the only guy I could see hadn't.
There he
moved.
is.
So Yala's behind those guys now. He was up in 8th spot, wasn't he?
Yes, ahead of Patton. He obviously
Wow,
just.
so
I
gifting
think
positions.
we just lost it because he was well behind Richards.
One of the shock race winners, Tommy Oyala.
Don't describe the circumstances, or I will
Toby will
leave.
tell you about
No,
that
no, I'll leave. I'll leave.
So what happened, Toby?
Something to do with.
Leading with 9 laps to go and throwing away the race.
You know what? I'm
Corby
surprised. I'm surprised.
Haven't you done that twice?
Yeah, except the second time was showing off on the final lap. I had to go outside for 5 minutes and cool down.
Oh, those who haven't seen that, I would go and watch that.
It's not funny at all.
It's hilarious.
It's not. It's a
It's
real
absolute
shame.
karma.
No, karma for what?
For showing off.
Oh, shut up.
So Reuting is 6th spot. He's been passed by Orban.
I was just.
Been the case.
It's been
No,
like
no.
that for laps, hasn't it?
Oh yes, yeah. Just close it for Orban. Orban's made a mistake.
That's why I was showing.
Right.
Yeah, it's within 7/10 now.
Still giggling at your Trois Rivières.
Troy Rivieras.
Trois Rivières encounter.
Two
So,
counters. It's not as bad as
Reuting-
Bathurst.
Reuting was going to get a 5th and a 6th out of this, it seems.
Which is pretty decent actually
Yeah,
in that car. I
very
wouldn't have
decent.
thought it would be excellent around this track. But obviously he's made up places. He's come to Cardoso again.
It's okay, it's battling. Bit new.
If I don't click on anything, nothing, it goes to Cardoso or Mike Bell.
No, Mike Bell's been discarded.
Not this time.
This is his new love. Why are we going to Marco Müller?
Because he's only 4/10 behind Broadbent.
Well, let's look at Broadbent because we can see both then.
Okay. There you go.
We can't. We can see Impro Paint though. Where is Müller? There he is. There he is. Look, he's still lurking behind.
That's the way to do it. Alright. Oh, sideways from Broadbent. That's going to give Muller a run. It's not Muller. It's
So
Muller.
Toby, my fellow co-commentator, has been begging for a fourth match. Pretty much like this for years. Now that he's got it. Still messing about.
There's lots of buttons.
We're very appreciative, by the way, to Mark, Nate, however you say your username. I think it's Martin Petterson, I think. his actual name.
Marpe, probably.
Marpe, perhaps. And he developed this. He's part of Sector 3, of course. It is his job, but they brought this out pretty quickly and have made improvements to it very quickly as well. We've been very.
Is this as soon as Spectate was released?
Yes, as soon as Spectate this was in. Yeah. And then they said that it was able to do it, and then they released a version like this.
Oh, guys, chill.
There's another car there, Kevin.
No.
Big Kev is likes to be known. Big Kevin is big Ford Mustang. Oh, hello! That was ambitious.
It was, and it was never going to work. Yeah.
Reese got inside seats.
Enderman, listening to Enderman. Oh, look how sideways Enderman is.
It's like Mike Tyson versus Amir Khan, isn't it?
In it.
Heavyweight versus lightweight. What is he these days? Welterweight? Anyway, no such thing as super middle.
I don't know. Highway?
So, no, Reese, number one. Again, here we go. Reese is right involved with battle.
Look at the difference in straight line.
That change of gear there from Patton really put him under pressure.
He's in the right car for the track, but
yeah, absolutely.
The wrong car for this battle.
Well, we're pulling away, Mike. But he's doing a very good job, especially remember it's his TPS debut also. We've only 2 Canadians racing currently in Touring Pro Series. Him and Andrew Waring, who's seen as one of the favourites for the TC1 Championship.
You had a chance then to play a game. Get the other one right. Who's the other Canadian racing in Touring Pro Series?
Part of your team.
Oh, well, my ex-team.
Your ex-team? You're still involved.
I haven't been involved.
Do you have membership?
Oh, by the way, look at this! Look at the pace advantage the Mustang has.
Well, because Mike didn't get enough of a gap in that final sector, did he? So he left himself vulnerable. Oh, hello.
Having a nudge.
It's just letting Enderman know what he thought of that move. Didn't like being overpowered by the Mustang.
And he's going to have the undercut. Oh, he got squirrely. Don't do that.
Got what?
Squirrely.
Squirrely?
Yes.
It's less of a word than badassery. Oh, the badassery has gone wide. And now it means Reese has got a chance down the inside. Oh, hello, Reese. Oh, Mike! Braking differences scare me. They scare me.
Yeah, they are big. They are very big. It's like coming over against the old Holden in Touring Masters.
Reese,
when you're in
you cannot not hit that curve that the Audi is too heavy. It bounces forever.
Yeah. Boing. Off you go. Enjoy your gravel trip in your 4-wheel drive.
Top 6 are still. Oh, hello, Reese.
Whoa, Reese, come back.
Reese. Oh, he's back.
There you are.
Oh, heart attacks. So Reese is going to get 2 top 10s here if he stays where he is.
He is, which is a decent result in that car.
Meaning 2 10th places. Well, Yala's lurking in the background there. He's gaining on these guys. It was a 5-second gap. It's now a 3-second gap.
Well, you would expect him to. He did drop out. Yeah, no, he did drop out of this, didn't he? So
Nielsen's recovered to 12. That's a good recovery, that. He's not far off Oyala either. And Broadbent being passed now by Mueller. These guys having a ding-dong. Watch this live from Broadbent's point of view, remember. Jimmy_B on twitch.tv.
This is about the view you'll get as he's going to try and find a way by. He has definitely got better straight line speed in this Volvo, so he just had to clean exit.
He didn't get a great traction at
Okay,
all.
it's Miller.
Here we go, though.
Here
we go. Inside. He's covering it. Ooh. Oh no! Stay on the track. Oh, he stayed on the track. So last lap.
Yeah. We'll jump up in a sec.
Yeah, we will. He's putting on a clinic here. We've hardly talked about it, which shows how much of a clinic he's put on.
Yeah.
He got past Rosie Gilliard, did a beautiful move.
Fantastic move.
Oh, it was great. And then put pressure on Naring and passed him. It was an absolutely textbook performance from the reigning champion, I have to say.
It was, and he deserves fully his win, and he's going to cross the line and take it. And it's going to be even Stevens in the championship between him and Monroe.
Yeah, and I think we've just seen who the main title contenders are.
Yes.
Monroe and Beaton. Harwick will make it involved here and there in race wins. Naring is obviously going to mix it, or Ban as well, relatively strong. That's the tracks that suit the car, which will improve as well. Remember, this is his second day on the game. Plenty of laps, but second day on the game, how the game is quite natural to pick up. But Enderman's going to come across the line spot with Patton just behind him. Guard in 10th with it. Oyar's going to fend off Nielsen. Nielsen had a great second actually there, despite going off at the third turn once again. And here we go. Gerzak and Beck. Oh, hello, boys. That wasn't very nice.
It wasn't.
And now here comes Mueller. Mueller quite have the legs though. I would presume. Rebecca. No, it doesn't. Didn't.
Beck got him on the line.
That was fantastic.
This is
there for me.
this is Daniel Beck, spelled B-A umlaut C-K. By the way, he just spells it B-E-C-K, so we pronounce it right.
Yes.
Just
So,
FYI.
Yes. All right. So Broadbent across the line in 18th, and Stenbeck is going to be 19th with Canton in a lonely 20th.
Where is Canton? Let's give him a tiny bit of airtime because that's the Davelar skin, pretty much. Okay, and it's
Now
just
watching
Mike
my
Bell. Why? Why? Sorry,
Do it
Dylan.
with that control.
Oh, don't do
User
that.
joined your channel.
Okay, so there we go. Oh, he finished 19th in the end, Canton. So who did we lose there?
User
someone's
joined
left
your
the server.
channel.
Maybe.
By the way, so Naring did the fastest lap of the race, though. Look, and but he came in third spot. So
User
Visa
joined
Muller
your
from
channel.
Monroe from Naring. So 2 Mercs, of course, at the top of the leaderboard once again. However, this time the Merc. Who was it? The Merc involved last time round.
Oh no.
Anyway, Naring in third, Hardwick in fourth, Urban in fifth, with Röting, another strong position for him on this track. Richard in seventh, Enderman, Patton, and Guard rounding out that top 10 with Oyala kicking himself back in 11th, Nielsen, Bell, Cardozo, Gerzak. And now, in a few moments' time, we'll get some viewpoints of our drivers.
User joined your channel.
Hello and welcome back to the post-race interviews for the Virtual Touring Masters Season 8, Round 1 from Laguna Seca, the first ever event on RaceRoom for Touring Pro Series, and it didn't go without its hitches, but went pretty well, don't you think, Toby?
Yeah, it most certainly did. We had 2 different race winners, both in the same car. But aside from that, the field was pretty varied, and We had Oscar making his way through the field in the first race. It was pretty exciting to watch. But obviously, we had quite a few battles all the way through. Scary at times. But,
yeah, absolutely. But fun to watch, definitely.
Fun to watch.
And so we're going to get to some driver interviews now, get some of their thoughts on how this momentous occasion in TPS history went, actually. Remember, these guys have all been involved at the very point we changed across for a new sim. So, first of all, we're going to speak to John Monroe, who will be the joint leader of the championship after taking a win in race 1 and second place in race 2. But that race 1, John, you just checked out.
Yeah, I mean, going into it, the plan was, I just desperately want to be the first TPS winner on RaceRoom. And I was also having some connection issues, as I'm sure you saw in the broadcast. So, it got to the stage where I thought, the only way I'm going to be able to do this properly is literally just get out the front and pull away. And I managed to do that. I mean, I had a bit of lag and stuff like that. I had a low frame rate, but I managed to cope with it okay. And thankfully, because I built up that buffer towards the start, I think I got about a 4 or 5 second gap. I could manage it all, and thankfully the lag, of course, wasn't affecting it because I was not battling anyone. So yeah, absolutely delighted with the first race. Brilliant job by Rob. He pushed me all the way. Started getting a bit close towards the end, but yeah, superb stuff.
And of course, that was a great win for you, and no one will ever be able to take away from you the fact that you were the first TPS winner on RaceRoom. The second race didn't go quite so well. You were challenging Naring Naring got past you, in fact, actually early on. Just talk us through what happened there, because then you got passed by Rob in what was a superb move, it looked like to us.
Yeah, I mean, it was great racing. First off, I should say, it's a good introduction to RaceRoom. We've jumped in, all of us pretty new to the software, and we've managed to, battle out close and have some great racing. I mean, the start of the second race was tricky for me because I knew I hadn't qualified on the pole position like the first race, and I was a bit worried about the lag because I know Rob was finding me jumping all over the place, and I'm kind of concerned that I'm going to get in everyone's way. So first lap, I was taking it a bit easy, and Klaus just did a better job than me. He got a good run and made the move stick. And then obviously Rob, as you saw, went around the outside into corkscrew. It was just brilliant battling. I mean, I can't make any excuses apart from the fact that he just went straight around the outside. It was superb stuff. And in the second race, the better man won. I mean, I got back past Klaus. That was some great stuff as well, because obviously, I'd fallen a bit behind, managed to catch up, and then did the undercut on Klaus. Almost got back past Rob, and then lost a bit of time battling away. And he got handed to Rob. He just had better pace than me in race 2. He was about 3 tenths a lap quicker. I wasn't smooth enough. I wasn't consistent. It was maybe the opposite in race 1 at the start, where I checked out. But in the second race, it was him that was out in front. And at the end of the day, he won the second one, I won the first one, and the gap was about the same in both. So nothing really to split us. But I can't argue with it. It was a brilliant race. And hopefully, if I get my connection issues sorted out and I get some higher frames per second, we're in for a superb season, and I'm going to be fighting it all the way.
You must. Do you feel that's the way the championship's going to go? It's going to be you and Rob fighting for it?
You can't say anything now because obviously it's the first race in RaceRoom. Everyone's getting used to the software. I think there's a lot of drivers that were finding their feet. I mean, even Klaus from race 1 to race 2 improved hugely, and then the second race he was scaring me a bit towards the end, so he's going to be a contender. I mean, the other thing is we haven't been to more than one track yet, so we don't know the different capabilities of the different cars. So we could turn up to the next round and suddenly it's completely new names at the top and the Mercs nowhere. It'll come down to it in the end. After a few rounds, we'll get a better idea. But I'm definitely going to be pushing fully for it.
Yeah, it's been a fascinating start to the season. Of course, we've got the same car taking both race wins, but we don't see that lasting throughout the rest of the season. Thank you very much, John, and congratulations on that first race win and the joint championship lead as well. Toby, you've got Rob Wiesenmuller.
Most certainly have. Rob, obviously you have been trying to tell everyone that you're not going to be the favourite for the championship. How do you feel after these 2 races? Do you think you can take the championship win?
That's too early to say. Well, my pace was really good on this track here, but to be honest, it was a good track for the car as well, and I got a lot of points out of it, so I'm happy for that. And we just have to see how it goes on.
Obviously, John set a very fast lap time in race 1. You seem to be taking it easy, perhaps saving the tyres. Were you hoping for his tyres to drop off, or? John
actually, that was funny because John actually did not set that lap time. He had a lot of lag in that race, and his car was appeared to be frozen on the start-finish straight just before the line, and then kind of jumped forward also on a few laps later. And on the lap where it jumped forward, he set this time, so he didn't actually set this time.
Okay.
And I could not rely on the gaps all the time. It was a bit frustrating, when I was following him, because his car was, I mean, he had quite a big gap, to be honest, but his car was jumping around and sometimes it was disappearing, and I could not really see where he is and what the gap is, so it was a bit difficult in the first race.
Okay, and obviously in race 2, that move on the outside in the corkscrew, was that just opportunistic, or did you plan that ahead?
No, I was not intending to pass him there. I actually said to him, I'm not gonna pass you here. And then I passed him. The thing what happened is that he got held up on the inside when he tried to go past Klaus, and I just brake on my normal point, and then I couldn't turn in, of course, because there was Klaus and John, and so I just try, okay, maybe I can have a lot of room there. I remember Zanardi did it as well. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it could work maybe, and then it did work, so that was good.
Yeah, it did, and it was an excellent move, and we both lost our heads about it. It was really, really good, and it was a class win in race 2. How do you expect to do moving forwards now that we've got Sachsenring next? And I don't think you were involved in WSS when we did that before, so be a new track for you?
Well, I've done a lot of practice on that track already for preseason, and it's difficult, but I think it's one of the tracks where the car should be quite good, so I think I can get podiums there. And, well, then it will get tricky on RaceRoom, but I think on Sachsenring I should be able to get a lot of points.
Okay, well, congratulations for your race win in race 2.
Thanks.
And hopefully you can get some more points at Sachsenring. I wonder if who's Ryan got now?
Ryan is going to talk to Klaus Nyring, who had some great races there. The first race not quite so good, but the second race was very good for Klaus, taking his first ever pole position. And I'm hoping he'll mute his mic and we can speak to him. Klaus? Yes, there we go. So your first ever pole position, how did that feel?
First ever?
Yeah.
You mean in this game or?
Well, in TPS.
It's
The
not
TPS
the first.
career. Well,
No, it's not the first, Ryan.
It's not?
No, I have 3.
You have 3? What?
What? Really?
I have 2 from the minis and 1 from VTM.
Wow. I'm okay. Well, how did it feel to get pole position? He does have 3. Oh, we suck. I'm sorry, Larry.
Guys, it's been a while. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Klaus, so
was it my first pole? Yeah.
Yes, it's your first pole in RaceRoom. How did it feel?
It feels great. I was a bit surprised from my practice. I only did a 29.9, I think, and then at the qualifier, I suddenly ran 26.0 or 26.1 or something. I hadn't really expected that, to be honest. So getting pole in the second race was amazing. I almost had it in for race 1 as well.
Mm-hmm. And then obviously we involved in that great battle in the open exchanges in race 2. Talk us through that for us.
Yeah, it was pretty close. I think Monroe got the start, even though I had pole, but we managed to do some close races, and Robert got close to me, and passed me in the end after some close racing, and it was pretty great. But it was short-lived, and after he passed me and Monroe passed me as well, the race sort of ended there. I couldn't catch them too well, so yeah. But it was good fun racing.
And obviously that must show some great promise for the rest of the season. You must fancy getting yourself a win at some point.
Yeah, I do. I think the next track, Sachsenring, seems like it might be better for the BMW than for the Mercedes, but I'm not quite sure. Seems like, I don't know if down to setup or driver, that the Mercedes are faster in the faster corners than the BMW, but the BMW is better in the slower corners. But it might just be down to setup or driver, I don't know.
Yeah, so good luck for the rest of the season, Klaus, and that was a great demonstration of racing there, it really was, and good luck for the rest of the season. Toby, you're going to speak to Reese Gardner?
I'd love to. Are you there, Captain?
Yes.
Excellent. Now, Reese, we've seen some ups and downs in the past in Touring Pro Series, and obviously we saw you drop back from about 6th place to 12th, I believe.
Yeah, that's true.
Catch it. I don't know if something happened at the corkscrew. It was around that area. What happened exactly?
Well, it actually the incident, I suppose, started a bit further in the lap. I don't know if you guys caught Martin Lepassard disappearing off
Mhm.
track on the broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he reappeared right in front of me. Like, literally, I was on his bumper coming out of turn one, and that gave me such a big fright. And then he disappeared again a corner later, and I could still see him on the timing about 1.2 seconds in front of me, and the time was fluctuating massively. And I just became really preoccupied with the notion that I might accidentally hit him off because I couldn't see him. And the distraction got the better of me at the corkscrew, and I locked up and went off the track.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, we did see him jumping around a little bit in race 1. He seemed to have got it better under control for race 2, so hopefully he doesn't crop up again. Now, moving forwards, we've got Saxon Ring next. It should be a track that hopefully suits you a little bit better. What we did see was that Röting got a better getaway off the line than yourself. Is that because you got boxed in race 2, or was that, or what was the cause?
I don't know. I think boxing in, getting boxed in was a factor, but I'm still learning stuff about this car, and I don't know. I might talk to Kevin if I can and see if I can get any advice from him on how to get it off the line better, because the Audi's got magnificent traction, and I just need to utilize that a bit more effectively.
And he did get off the line very well in comparison, so it must be something you can use. Just talk to me quickly about Saxon Ring. Have you done some laps for it? Is it something you might, you feel you might do a bit better at?
I think so. I've done a fair bit of testing at Saxon Ring, and it was actually one of the first tracks where the Audi really clicked for me, and I'm really looking forward to it personally. You know, it's got some nice twisty sections that I can really slide the car through and get some time on other people, and it's got some really long straights as well, where the power of the car might come in handy.
And just quickly, I quickly sang your praises in race 2, saying I've seen you improve a lot. There was a league that Lewis McGlade was competing in as well, a single seater F1 historic F1 league that you were doing quite well in, that I saw a few months ago. Do you feel you've got better this year as a driver?
I definitely feel I've gotten better, and I think that F1 league definitely has been a factor in my improvement. I feel I'm driving now a lot better than I ever have, and I guess the only way is up. And with double top 10, I think there's more to come from me in the future.
I agree. I'm very much looking forward to it. All right, thank you for chatting to us, Reese. I'm sure we'll
very much.
speak to you at the next round. 2 top 10s is a good result with that car on this track. Obviously, the Mercedes and the BMWs were the better cars. Ryan, have you got someone else?
Yes, I have. Just to clarify also as well, I was correct when I said that it was for Klaus Naring's first pole position. He thought I said podium position, and he does have 3 of those. In fact, he has 4 now. But I was correct on the pole position, so you can all stop making fun of me now. Anyway, so we're going to move on now to Oscar. Oscar had 2 very eventful races there. The first race more eventful than the second one, but the second one was still eventful as well. So Oscar's going to talk us through what happened on that opening lap from your point of view.
From my point of view on the opening lap, I had no idea. I got tapped, and it was just sort of a ping pong effect. And like the Opal's not particularly pleasant when it gets past a certain angle, and it went past it, and I was not talented enough to hold on to the car. So I got to apologise to the couple. I think Tommy Ayala was one of them, but I definitely took another couple of guys off the track having that incident, and it was a case of 4 people going into one spot, and just it's going to happen sometimes, and you got to take the punches. And I thought that the drive back through the field sort of made up for it, so it's all right.
Yeah, you had an excellent drive through the field there, and 16th to 11th, 16th to 5th, 11 places, should I say. Any hairy moments along the way? We did see you involved, but any hairy moments that you feel are worth picking out?
There was a point where I was racing with a couple of the Volvos, and one of those Volvo drivers was defending very well and giving plenty of room, and the other one of those Volvo drivers was sort of pushing us into each other and not doing any of those things. So you put up with that for a lap or 2, and then you just have to get the elbows out and make a dive. And it's not the best way to do passes, but I don't think either of the two of us that were racing cleanly were being raced the right way. Other than that, like incredibly good racing with literally everyone in the field. Door-to-door stuff with 10 of the 11 places that I had to get past, which was fantastic. So really pleased with that.
And then race 2, I mean, you were always up there, and obviously you made progress, but you didn't quite have the speed of the Mercedes at these tracks. Do you see that changing going forward in the season?
I think there will be tracks where different cars are closer to the Mercedes, and sometimes in front. Like having seen how the Mustang drives today, I think that's going to be really upsetting when we get to Norris Ring with people like Enderman and Ayala if they put together the practice and the times. The Opel really will sort of sit in that limbo for pretty much every round of the season, but that's kind of the point in it. Like, I should run, say, third to 8th or 9th most races, and the Opel will always sort of be the second or third fastest car on a track, which should come in handy. It's quite a good all-rounder, and that's why I picked it. As well as that, the heavier cars seem to be really good in the first 5 minutes. They had me and Roting really giving the small cars a hard time of it for the first 5-10 minutes. And
you think
then
they get their tyres
fell
up to
away.
temperature?
Yeah, we obviously just turned the brakes on and the tyres on a lot quicker and got on with it. But of course, heavier cars, our brakes fade a bit, the tyres fade quicker, and you have that last 15 minutes where there's not a lot you can do, and you sort of want to have distanced yourself from any of the light guys behind.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got a great platform going forward. That recovery drive pretty much put you in a position you would have been in anyway, as well. So that was a great positive in that race 1. So going forward, you look like you should be a championship contender. As Rob says, your best championship chance is trying to get inside everybody's heads.
Yeah,
trying to make yourself not the favourite.
He's going, I promise it's not me, guys. 100% definitely not me. It's like,
no, and didn't win a race today at all either. Oh wait,
no, yeah.
I didn't lead the championship either. Oh wait. Anyway,
we'll see how it goes.
Good luck rest of the season, Oscar. And
Cheers.
thank you to everybody for racing today. That was some great racing on show. Obviously, we was a brand new game and some foibles. Toby, just you got final thoughts there when you've stopped distracting yourself?
Distracting myself?
Yes.
What makes
final thoughts?
I'm perfectly listening. Yes, the foibles are frustrating, but we were going to expect a couple of issues. I think it's a very good game. It looks like a very balanced championship with a variety of cars able to perform well. Obviously, we're at a very specific handling track, and moving forward, when we go to Saxon Ring and Norris Ring, different types of cars will come through. So it's not by any means going to stay this way for the rest of the championship, but Munro and Wiesenmuller look very good in their Mercedes, and I suspect they will be the challengers, as we thought they would be. We'll see. We'll see how Hardwick does, whether he can bounce back at the next round.
It's hardly surprising that Munro and Wiesenmuller, started so well, because remember, they are the only 2 multiple TPS race winners who are doing the full season.
Yes. Obviously, we've got Risto Capet coming in, haven't we? So
yes, from round 4, so that should be very interesting.
So yes, when he comes in, because he's a flyer, absolutely one of the most rapid drivers I've ever seen. Almost, Rietveld, possibly the fastest driver I've ever seen.
Almost as fast as you,
but as fast as me. Yeah, it's a mistake to say that.
Anyway, yes, thank you to all the drivers. Thank you to Toby for commentating with me.
Can I just quickly say, I've had a lot of fun today, and it's been a while since TPS has had an event, and it's been great to be back, and it's been great to be involved with TPS once again. So thank you, Ryan.
Oh, that's no problem. And we've missed TPS. It's been away for quite a few months, and we've changed platforms, but the racing is still as exciting as ever. The broadcast is still as ham-fisted as ever. Me and Toby making a mess of it. But sorry about the foibles today, guys. We were obviously also rusty, just as all the drivers were as well, So learning as we go along, and we'll be even better on Saturday. On Saturday, remember, we have the TC1 Championship from 1800 GMT, so that's 7 o'clock the UK, 8 o'clock in Europe, and wherever else you're watching from, you'll have to use a time zone calculator. But Danny Asbury and Toby Davis will be commentating on that at Zandvoort, and we're looking forward to that very much. It's a very, very tight championship, more prestigious, one would argue, than this particular championship, and it's going to be very, very close indeed, judging by some of the testing that we've seen. So tune in for that. And remember, you can also watch this back again on YouTube if you missed some of it. And you can also subscribe to us on YouTube and like us on Facebook.
User joined your channel.
Facebook.com/Terrain Pro Series. Good night. God bless.